Welcome, which is my camera? That's my camera. Welcome back to the 716 Legion. I'm Ryan.
I'm Jack.
I'm Christian.
And we are continuing with our Xmen 97 rewatch.
Yeah.
Rewatch. A lot of you got confused in the comments. Rewatch.
Yeah, listen to the front of the video.
The only person who has not seen these episodes isn't here today. That would be Reagan. But she's going to be...
She's out of town this weekend.
She's out of town for this weekend. She's in New York City. Is she sending in her mini reacts? Okay, so she is watching the episodes, and Jack will put her thoughts on each episode or one big
She
thing?
said she's gonna do each episode.
Regardless, it'll get cut in at some point.
So if you want, like, if you're trying to see, like, three people's like fresh reactions to Xmen 97. Unfortunately, that's not what we're doing here. We've all seen the show before. I've seen the show 10 times. They've only seen it like the once.
Me and Ryan only saw it once when it first came out. So we're rewatching
we are
it to get back into the mindset.
Just to restate, we are rewatching X-Men 97 Season 1 to get ready for the release next month of X-Men 97 Season 2, which we'll react to as well. And that one that'll be fresh. You will see a fresh reaction that we've never seen before.
Certified.
Unless I hack the mainframe and get into the
which Christian will flat out tell us that he's like, guys, I have access. Goodbye.
I've watched.
I'll
all
see you in a
episodes.
couple days. Remember me fondly.
But yeah, we're doing a rewatch. So,
today we're gonna be watching 4 episodes 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we will watch the final 3-part episode. It's
like a three-part finale.
3-part finale. With Reagan. Yep. For the next video, and because there are comments, I shall read them. There's not many. XO9 Tails 9569 Ben 10, please.
Oh, okay, we're doing it. One person said yes.
One person said yes.
I think it'll be. There's a Ben 10 comic series.
It's funny. There is. I've heard about that. I've heard it's good.
I think it's been doing well. I haven't read it yet, but I actually bought a blank, like, there's like the blank cover ones that people can get like artists to draw. I brought one of those. So
nice.
I think I'm gonna start picking it up. So
at Powerman616, to me, my legion, to the reaction.
Thank you. Oh my God, someone knew.
One person knew. Thank you, Powerman. Appreciate you. And I've seen him in the comments before, so we appreciate.
Thank you, Powerman.
We appreciate you being a consistent watcher. At Thinking Make It So. I'm excited that I can do your X-Men re-reactions. Then we have Vox Machina. Then straight back into X-Men Season 2.
Yeah.
We're
also watching Spider-Man Noir right now.
We are also watching Spider-Man Noir.
And 3 new things probably in the next couple.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming out.
My Adventures with Superman next week.
Yeah, My Adventures with Superman. That's kind of adjacent to this.
We'll be watching House of Dragon Season 3. Not these two.
Yeah, not that adjacent.
Me, Julian, and Reagan will be watching that.
I'll probably do it.
You like Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes he wants to do something. I don't know. I like Christian's a free spirit.
I didn't do last season because this is off topic, but I really, really enjoyed House of the Dragon Season 1, and to the extent that I wanted it for myself and didn't want to react. That's the reason why we didn't react to House of the Dragon Season 2. Unfortunately, I hated House of the Dragon Season 2, so now I don't particularly care.
So now
I don't
anyone
particularly
can
care. So I'll be around for Season 3 this time.
That's funny. At No One Here. Well, it's N0 -1 _ like
he has a droid name.
Yeah, it's no one here. On the subject of Mystique and genetics, in the comics, it's been revealed that Mystique is Nightcrawler's father, not his mother. She took a form based on Azazel and fathered a child with destiny.
Right.
Given that Nightcrawler resembles Azazel in appearance and powers, but blue, there must be some element of altered genetics there, even if Mystique doesn't gain powers during her transformation.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And then someone replied to that, Jovan Leonard 1574. Claremont originally wanted Mystique and Destiny to be Nightcrawler's parents, but was forced to change it because gay characters were too taboo at the time.
Yeah, I was mentioning that. I think I mentioned.
You did mention that.
Gotcha. Like that editorial wouldn't allow like straight up 100%
to
confirm.
Yeah.
Claremont was very good, I will say, at coding though. He was I was like one of the best writers at coding characters.
100%.
Ever, like genuinely.
100%. At Kevin Moore, our friend from Germany.
No.
Yes, I waited like a lifetime for this. Vox Machina Season 4, Mighty Nine Season 2, and Avengers Doomsday coming too. Greetings from Germany, Kev. What's up, Kev? How you doing, bud? Morph in X-Men 97 is heavily inspired by Morph from the Exiles comics. Yeah. That's where the look comes from and the non-binary identity.
Oh, cool.
At Jovan Leonard E1574 again. Glad you corrected yourself about Beast. Beast went deep state during Krakoa. The smartest characters in Marvel frequently commit horrible crimes while thinking they are right.
Yeah, basically during Krakoa, like Beast gets put. I don't know.
There's more. Hang on, there's more.
Okay, we talked about it in like last episode.
Yeah,
I think I clarified.
No, he's saying thank you for correcting yourself. Yeah. Like, X-Force eventually kills Beast.
Yeah.
Sage kept and hid a blank Beast clone
from
that
the
they could imprint his 90s self on to effectively giving us back the Beast everybody loves.
What the hell?
The only thing bad the current Beast has done or knows about, since it wasn't really him, is helping with the legacy virus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
AOA Dark Beast is also still alive.
Yeah, no, he isn't dead. He's around somewhere. I don't think he's in the main universe right now, because I don't think we've seen him in a long time. But because there's no need, because main Beast is fucking evil. So why do you need Dark Beast? Like, because it was so stupid. Because basically,
what if we get
Beast is in charge of like the of Krakoa's like CIA. Is basically what happens. But like they put him in charge of it after like a 20-year trek of like Beast becoming more and more unhinged as a character, and then to the point where he just becomes a full-blown he's just becomes Henry Kissinger.
I just know that I've seen one comic panel where
he's the
it's
Henry
like
Kissinger of Krakoa.
Where it's like a gray, like a Beast with like white fur is like, that's how can any of you judge me? And then it pans, and then like the next frame is blue, like a traditional looking Beast.
Yeah.
And like the bubble is still from the white Beast, and he's like, even you, my younger self. I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on?
That happens a lot in X-Men. There was a whole point. There was an entire point in X-Men where
wasn't there 2 Cyclopses?
No, there was an entire point in X-Men. It was like 3-4 years where they brought back the 05, but they brought them back from the original 100 issues. So they're in their teen. They're like, so they bring back actually this was Beast's fault too. Beast,
son of a bitch.
This was when Cyclops was be like the Revolution arc, like when he's in the red suit and he's like he goes like a bit more Magneto, and he's like he has like the partnership with like Magic, Magneto, and Emma Frost. Like that's like the quad,
the big four.
No, of that era, yeah. Like, so Beast in his infinite wisdom was like, oh my god, what if I bring back the younger versions of myself to talk to?
Is that the same comic where there's like three Jeans like at a bar?
Oh, that's not 3 Jeans. That's Jean. That's young Jean. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's young Jean, regular Jean, and Rachel.
Gotcha.
Like so
the third one's not also Jean.
And young Jean and old Jean do not get along like at all. Like they
who among us would actually get along with our younger selves?
Yeah, for a while the 05 teenage versions of the 05 exist at the same time as their older
I fucking love comics, man.
No, that's crazy. That's why I like how fucking ridiculous and insane
we need movies to be that fucking stupid and ridiculous.
No, I think they need to embrace it more and just not play it straight, because comics don't play it straight all the time, but just these things can be in the lore without also being like the object of immediate ridicule by the narrative.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
At TK Phoenix 17, yes, us Jean fans hate the blue powers. They should be pink.
Yes, okay.
It may seem dumb, but I think if Cyclops it may seem dumb, but think if Cyclops beam was blue, it wouldn't look right. Jean deserves the same treatment.
It's very for X-Men characters especially, like the power signature, like the non-visual thing that the thing that we really shouldn't be seeing.
Yeah.
But they're very important. It's like you said, like what if Cyclops's beam was blue? Like you would immediately feel a bit type of way about that.
So quick question for the commenters. Is there a reason why Madeline Pryor's powers turned pink in the last episode and they weren't blue?
To distinguish.
I think that was just to distinguish, but then it was weird that they decided to do the original,
the correct color.
Yeah, exactly. It was
for
just
the clone.
Which again, as far as I'm aware, they're just going. It's one of those things where but that's why I give this show a little bit of a pass for certain things, because again, it's working off of the old It's like it's not just
right.
a pure adaptation.
Like they're
not
not sitting there being like, we're gonna make Jean's powers
and
blue.
Jean's
They're
powers
going
were blue,
Jean's power were blue. We're just
they were
keeping
blue in
it.
the original cartoon, which is still like not accurate, but it's like I understand why like
they're making the decision.
Like they're still kind of trying to keep themselves in the box of what like the previous show set up.
Gotcha.
At David G. Bronstein, Magneto and Rogue's thing is from the comics. In the Age of Apocalypse timeline, they were even an actual couple and had a son named Charles. I replied, I said, we know, we just hate it. And then someone else replied, it wasn't just Age of Apocalypse, they also got together in Savage Land.
That's what Age of Apocalypse I don't care as much about because they're alternate universe versions of the characters and like it's whatever. Like maybe there's an age gap thing there that I don't like as well, but like I just for whatever reason I don't care as much about because like, it's an alternate universe. It's like it's Age of Apocalypse. Whereas like obviously the Savage Land thing is in the main line like stuff. And to be fair, like it doesn't get brought up that much. But like the modern comics don't do anything with. Like don't get me wrong, they still do like the occasional like Savage Land like Rogue like mini because because like that's her like.
It's her hottest.
That's outfit. That's her like slave Leia outfit. You know what I mean? Like that's like if every like female character has like the one like
it's just her ripped up normal outfit to become a bikini.
Yeah, but exactly. So they just like Marvel like release like a mini about that every couple of years so they can sell covers. With
why not
dress like that? You know.
House of Sledge with a trifecta of comments. First one, Reagan. Ian McKellen came on my feed on Facebook. Jack and Ryan lose their absolute shit. Me playing it back for the third time. These are the moments that make life worth living.
Two died about for
his second
hour.
Hold on. Reagan said the thing.
Ian McKellen came on my Facebook feed.
Me and Ryan both
We're demonetized now.
Me and Ryan both at the same time.
He did what? We both said and we laughed at the fact that we did the same thing. We didn't lose our shit really over
make
what
sure
Reagan.
This is a long one. Make sure you put a fucking.
There's always a time code.
Okay, good.
At House of Sledge, second thing. Christian as Xmen theme park tour guide works. I'm here for this vibe. I recognize a fellow person whose brain chemistry gets intensely rewarded by situations that call for the opportunity to explain things very rapidly and very thoroughly. I feel seen.
This is my neurodivergence.
Christian, referring to Goblin Queen's villain hotness. It's like Shigo, me, and old. I understood that reference.
Old, yeah.
There's like two more. There's not that many.
Yeah, sure.
At Native Whispers 960, Mystique and Morph both have shape-shifting powers, and in short, Mystique alters her appearance and voice while also gaining enhanced physical strength and rapid healing. In contrast, Morph is much more flexible omnimorph, hence the name, who can stretch his body, alter mass, and mimic physical mutant abilities like claws or flight. Great rewatch.
So could Mystique not turn into like Blob? Because it's like
she could look like
Mystique
Blob.
Could look like Blob, but
she doesn't gain
if
his
someone like
powers.
jumps into Blob, she'd just be a big. She's a big guy now.
Yeah,
like she's just like a big dude. Like she would be normal. Whereas like Morph, like when we see him turn into Blob, like because of like
gains the
like you said, like he gets the stretchiness as well because he gets certain aspects.
That was the only part of the comment that I like had a question about because it was
and again specifically
Morph can stretch.
Even with the flight thing, like the flight, like I think I said this last week, like it's like he turns into Angel, like he turns into someone with like physical flight abilities. Like there's a mechanical aspect to how they're flying. Like he can do that. If he turns into Rogue, he doesn't get like Rogue or even like Sunspot even. Like he doesn't get like that.
It has to be a literal like physical.
Well, Rogue also doesn't naturally have the ability to fly. Correct?
No, right?
No,
Rogue doesn't have any. Rogue's
that,
only natural ability is the ability to absorb
energy.
It's beyond. It's like, beyond. It's beyond it just powers. Like it's like life force. It's memories. It's like
knowledge, like we saw with her delivering the baby,
and it's personality too. Like it's like in the original. I actually really like '80s Rogue, which is not like the most famous part of the character. I love Claremont's Rogue, and Claremont Rogue really focuses on the fact that like she fully absorbed, like she held on to Carol Danvers for far too long. So there's like this
permanently got.
Yeah, there's an entire issue in the 80s
where
there's
like a part of her consciousness.
Yes, exactly. There's an entire issue in the 80s. That's one of my favorite issues of X-Men, where it's mainly a Rogue issue, where she gets like they get a phone call at the at the X-Mansion from like this Captain Marvel related, like a love interest of Captain Marvel, and Rogue hears it, and we like they play it straight, and you don't realize for like most of the comic to the end, but Rogue like goes in and like fucks up Shield, where this guy's being held, and gets him out, and then like gets him to like their like his house and stuff like that, and she's like, how does she know where this is, type of stuff, and by the end you realize that like this entire time she's like kind of like the Danvers part of her brain like took over, and like so she like doesn't remember, like she like gets lost in her like and they don't do that as much with like the more modern version of the character and like as it went along, but like in the 80s they really focus on like that
That's
like
cool.
the fractureness of like her psyche, like especially because like with Danvers, like really Carol Danvers is like basically in there at all times for a while.
That's cool.
At Kaifes, I don't know, 4572 gave you a like, hit the bell. I have 175 X-Men comic books, 200 Avengers comic books. Nice. Can't wait for season 2. It's going to be great. I'm happy to be an X-Men. I did watch the original cartoon. Nice. At Eric Struthers 2679, there was a small time where there was a love triangle between Iceman, Polaris, and Havoc. Late 60s, shortly before they discontinued the comic.
I didn't. Okay, that's actually I did not read. I skipped the Stan Lee. Maybe people can yell at me if they want to.
How dare you?
I did skip the Stan Lee Kirby stuff. I read a couple of like the big issues that like they told you should read, but like for every like said where should you start, like thing I saw online basically said you should just start with Claremont. So at Onyx018, Colossus is not part of the X-Men on this show, but he did appear in the original series in a few different episodes. Magic was also briefly in the original series as a child in an episode with Colossus and Omega Red.
I forgot about that. Oh, cool.
At Sombra Shadow 0013, the Magneto speech never fails to give me chills.
Absolutely.
And I skipped the several comments that were like, stop saying what's about to happen. It makes it obvious that you've watched it before. And it's like, we said that. We said it.
Which they probably just like skipped. They probably just did what a lot of people do, and I don't even blame them. They just skip. You skip the beginning part. You skip right to like the videos. I do that sometimes. You know, just I like. We're React channels, but we fully comprehend that we all watch.
We know why you're
all fans of React content before we started doing a React channel, and like you know the reality is I
don't watch YouTube.
The reality is like we hope you're here for us, but a lot of the time you're mostly just here to see how we react.
So the timestamp will be right here for the beginning of the episode.
We're rewatching. We're rewatching
before.
We're rewatching. All right. Speaking of episode 4, Motendo Life Death Part 1. Oh no, he's hot. X-Men themed cups.
The freaking.
I just don't know how like what's it called? Who does the Spider-Man games? Insomniac.
Yeah.
How Insomniac like killed the first 2 games so well because
I'm sure it's gonna be a good game.
Luckily, I am giving them. After breakfast, the X-Men report to the danger room for drills. We must be ready should Mr. Sinister resurface.
Look the way he's drinking.
Yo, someone's daddy didn't get him a pony for his sweet 16.
My parents perished when I was a child.
Jeez.
I survived the Holocaust, you son of a bitch.
You should know this more.
Aw, happy birthday, Sweet Pea. Boy, do we got some surprises for you. But first, how do you want to celebrate the big 18th, huh?
Realizing that this means Jubilee was born in 1979.
Yeah.
You would have the master of magnetism seen in a bar of childish make-believe?
It's actually it's pretty good.
Yeah, you're really good, yeah.
One day where I don't have to freak out about the professor, or Jean and her clone, or Cyclops and his latest control issue.
She just described all of X-Men comics.
Yeah, basically.
Genosha entering the UN is a big.
Where is he currently staying? Is he just staying in Jubilee's room?
He's rich. He probably has like a hotel. Like he's a billionaire. Or his parents are, at least.
It's true.
This one isn't mine.
Oh, it's Longshot. I never noticed that. He has a plushie of Longshot.
Rogue said they had some surprises.
I never noticed that before. I love Longshot. The original Gambit.
Then be caught dead playing that.
Oh yeah, this is the one where they go into the video game.
Yeah, this is a love letter. This part of the episode is a love letter to the arcade game.
Hey, yo.
Oh no, it's
Motendo kinky as hell.
It's Superman,
That
the
looks cool,
quest for
actually.
peace.
The sound, you see that?
The dial-up
yeah, the dial-up sound.
What time is it?
How long were we playing?
How do you not remember?
Wait.
Whoa! Where'd the mansion go?
He's fixing himself in the mirror. That's accurate to Sunspot, at least.
You know, a lot easier if you just used your powers.
What if there's cameras around?
Do you really think everyone is focused on you?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the Matrix.
Trap.
A phone booth trap? That'd be creative. Hello?
I suppose all those guys are the same guy, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like the NPC, like just getting duplicated.
Whoa,
This is like a, yeah.
Genosha? But like way back when, Genosha?
This is what it looked like in the original show.
Trapped here with Storm. Gambit too.
This was the plot of a prior episode.
Blob,
They look
Boba
Boba
Fett guys. Hey, Sunfire.
Boba Fett guy.
They look like Boba Fett.
They do look like Boba Fett.
They have the color scheme. I think it's got to be intentional. Like it's got to. Oh, they're dead.
I didn't do that.
Maybe it was her.
Oh no.
That you, Hot Topic, stop.
System error. System error.
Mm.
We're totally in a video game.
We're what?
Pay attention to the
Oh no, Mojo's on Ozempic.
So freaking creepy.
What in the name of all heaven is that?
Mojo here.
Mojo.
I'm psycho interdimensional alien TV producer who feeds off ratings.
Great character. Great concept.
Looks like you've been dieting?
You noticed? Actually, it's been a horrible third quarter, and it shows. Let's be
Good
real.
depiction of Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I made the pivot.
The pivot.
To video games, the future of mind numbery.
And violence, apparently. Ugh. Looks like this little pool of flesh.
Where every level is based off your own memories.
Really? Me? Please.
Big names are a fortune. Dazzler had a gig. Don't ask.
Dazzler had a gig.
And what if we refuse to play your game? What then?
If you die in the game, you die in real life, but... This is the dream jubilee. Be young forever. Replay the golden hits. No growing up. Who's the boss? Magneto. Storm. Different worlds. Divorce court. Summers versus...
Divorce court. Summers versus Gray.
You're my X-Men jubilee, so... Game on!
10 out of 10 would play, by the way.
Oh my god, there's magic on there.
And Colossus.
They were just teasing us for next season.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Days of Future Past.
Oh, retro games.
Look, all this is just reference to the arcade game, like from the 90s. That was like very iconic. Yep. That's what this is. This part of the episode is just a straight up love letter to like this other like piece of like
His shit score.
like pop culture essentially that was generated
Oh.
like by this show.
He's fat again.
Sauron. No, that's Sauron.
I don't want to cure cancer. I want to
turn
make
people-
dinosaurs.
I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Which is very funny because that's not Sauron's deal. There's another guy that also is like Sauron.
Silver Samurai.
That's mainly his deal.
How did you get my health back?
Hey, Carl Lycos.
He's out of...
Spiral.
Catch that bug, Spiral!
Didn't Morph just turn into her, like, last
Yeah.
episode?
Shush! My favorite level.
My favorite level. Asteroid M.
Everyone's favorite level.
Where do you get a crowbar? What is this, Half-Life?
You have sun.
Jason Todd, look
you have-
out!
You have solar powers. You have
Jason Todd!
Should probably find a way out of here.
I like how he's like, it's not the focus.
Sooner or later, you gotta grow up. Otherwise, reality will smack you right in the face.
Like that.
Oh.
Ooh.
This dude gets thrown in this
Yeah, the
entire
bird gets
episode.
fucked up a lot of this episode.
He died.
I mean, yeah, he's out, dude. I love the the distorted ass. I think these are all just lines for the game too.
Okay, he's got a pattern of attack. Typical boss battle shenanigans.
Oh no, you blinded him.
Total victory.
No, this can't be happening.
I like the effect when it like blinks.
Mm-hmm.
An extra life.
How did that get in there?
Did I die? Was I dead?
Nah.
I found an extra life. Someone is definitely helping us.
Tô nem aí. Pô, tô ferrado. Esse lugar é muito perigoso. Vou vazar daqui.
I don't speak justifiably angry Portuguese.
Oh. He's like, what the hell? He's like, oh no, we're in between the levels.
Hero landing. It's the world between worlds.
I hacked you out of the game server and into Mojo's broadcast servers to buy us some time.
She's a plot twist.
Zip it, DaCosta. Like I said, we go way back.
That same gun
And it's
from
the
30 years ago.
Yeah,
It's
that
the
was the
original voice actor.
Yeah, they did a thing with the original season where some of the characters had like aged out of being able to like voice their characters, but every original character that was still voice actor that was still alive was just given a new voice character,
That's
the
cool.
character to roll. So like the old Gambit.
Well, this is kind of a cop out version where it's like it's
Yeah,
still
she's herself,
Jubilee,
yeah.
but it's just
Older.
Yeah.
Jubilee.
Whereas like I think the original Jean Grey is Val Cooper, the original Gambit is Cable, and then there's that's true throughout the rest of like the.
Cool.
Figures my game has cheat codes.
I know a part of you wants to hang here. It's nice.
Cool design for older Jubilee as well.
Mm-hmm.
It always stays the same, but that's not living. Life's a total risk, and it's on you. So Magneto was right. But he's totally wrong about one thing. Video games rule. Now, what do you say we destroy Mojo's game and get you two lovebirds out of here?
2 Jubilees?
My God, he's huge.
The bigger they are,
The harder they pop.
Yeah. This was cool too. Like, oh, this is what her potential is.
What's the testing on throwing to a commercial during a video game?
Yeah, a couple games are trying that.
don't remind me.
Hold up, cowboy.
About time.
It ain't over till the fat desperate sings.
Time to end you, nasty glitch.
Oh, I love
Nasty glitches.
Yeah. Rasen Shuriken.
I'll gut you in the reboot.
Games have remakes.
Oh, it's like a black hole in there. Like. Gambit. No.
Not Gambit. They're-
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a foreshadow.
Spyro doesn't seem that upset.
Not the Motendo.
No.
Roberto, you could have.
Yeah, talk about risk.
Woo! Yay! You could say that Kiss had fireworks.
The sparks were flying.
It's very
Not for part 2.
colorful romance.
But yeah, a nice little. Again, like the weakest part of the season was that, but it's not a bad part of the
No,
season.
it's not bad, it's just-
disconnected. It's
yeah.
this weird little love
It's
letter.
this standalone
Yeah, it's this
thing.
weird little reference to like another thing that like the even Jubilee story isn't that worked into anyone else's, but it still gives her some development.
Yeah.
But now for the most condensed version of this story ever.
Gives room for the spices to do their magic.
You're very kind.
These are great comics, by the way. The 2 comics that this is based off of.
How does it work?
A mutant who can invent anything he can conceive.
I can get at parts of the brain that are normally dormant in humans.
Yeah, we only use 10%.
I use 100% of my brain.
But if you're needing a meat toaster or a thing that'll store your mutant powers...
Or a bowl of this delicious chili.
Yep, or chili. Then I'm your man.
He has such broken powers. And it's so underutilized. Like
I think Omega, like his power has been described as
Omega
as
level.
Omega level, but like not that he is like as powerful as an Omega level, but like his power Omega level I believe is defined by infinite, like
unlimited.
There's not a top off in technically
like he can literally invent and create anything.
Yeah, that's so technically falls into that criteria. Kind of. It's not quite the same, but
so it's his fault we still have world hunger.
Probably. Don't think about that with superheroes at all, though. So
did Fortnite stop 9/11?
Wow, he just let 9/11 happen. That's crazy. I'm also not a part of this plot line / thing that like never clicked for me. Oh, excuse me.
X Factor
is I don't know. I just don't buy their chemistry. It's just always felt weird.
Helps to get outside.
But that's just me.
It's interesting because it's very interesting because this isn't like in terms of like how quickly this isn't too different from the comic storyline.
Give it a try.
I am Storm, mistress of the elements. Rise winds and move the desert sands.
She got the echo in her voice back.
Winds.
It's the first step.
Yeah.
Please. This isn't happening, Forge. It can't be real.
That metal hand's gotta be cold as shit.
I'm just gonna. There was an
I
interesting.
do want. I do want
I'm not
Forge.
gonna go
I
back.
want Forge in.
There was a weird constellation in the sky, like a
Yeah,
very
no.
purposeful constellation, but I couldn't tell what it looked like.
Why is fixing me so important to you?
You're hot as fuck.
Storm.
I think if the X-Men was smart, like for the MC movies, they'd have like a couple mutants that were like not necessarily on the team, but were like around the mansion, like helping out, like as like staff. And I think like Forge would be like a good like choice for that.
Devices that could be used to neutralize dangerous mutants.
No. You made these?
No, a scientist in Scotland did.
Moira McTaggart.
You, of all people, should know the perils of trusting those in Washington.
That's not fair. I was hurting. If I told you the truth in Dallas, you wouldn't have let me help you. It hasn't all been lies. This is not a lie.
No.
Yeah, it moves far too quick.
It's because like
forever. And still my endless imagination would never conceive of a thing as perfect.
Like I don't get me wrong, I like the whole Storm is this beautiful goddess that everyone falls in love with. But like it I like that.
How do you not see
It works better in the comic.
To me, I was like, okay, she met this dude in the bar like 2 seconds ago. From my perspective.
Yeah, in our perspective. For them, it's been like a few months.
No, I understand, but I'm saying that's why it didn't land for me. It's like, why? Oh, you're in love with her. Cool. Storm, how'd you get back here?
How did I return here?
Wait a minute, are we back in the video game?
This
We're back in the building
This
again.
seems insane, actually. What the fuck?
No, it's the matron of Ravens.
Get out of my home, you damn demon!
Well, Forge is dead.
Death? No, you live. Disappointed. Trapped here, haunted.
The voice is it's just her again.
Mhm.
Because this is all like
I feast on misery, and I, the adversary, shall not waste my meal.
I think it was also because I had never heard of the adversary before. I was like, what the fuck
it's from
is
this comic line.
I was just
It's very interesting. So like
disappointed in that episode.
Yeah, this episode is not the best. Weirdly enough, I actually don't like the second part that much upon this watch through. Because it's just too quick. Because most of the episode really is the Jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2/3 of the episode is just the Jubilee stuff, and that one is like fine. Again, it's not really connected to anything else,
but it serves like it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a reference to like this other piece of like iconic pop culture. I had
no problem with that. If I'm being honest, my whole problem is with the Stormforge stuff.
And
like,
again,
it just doesn't.
And weirdly enough, like that comic that this is like from is like a single issue. I think it's a longer issue, if I remember correctly. Like it's like a 48 issue of release. If I might not even be though. But like it's just like it's even condensed for that though. Like it's like and obviously this show does that a lot where it takes like an arc or a couple episodes that were usually a few.
Hey, you know that 90 episode arc or 90 issue arc? We're gonna do it in one episode.
Well, it's not 90. It's usually like a couple of issues or like 2, 3, maybe 4, 5. But they turned into like 1 or 2. Whereas like this is like it's actually taking an arc that was like 1 or 2 comics at most, which is like the Life Debt part 1, part 2. Which are iconic issues that are basically like exactly what happens here. It's a pretty 1-to-1, but at least like with that, I don't know. It's just you have more time to sit, but it's written better, and like you aren't like it's so condensed even for like an issue that is just like one issue. Like it just moves too quick. Obviously we don't really get to see any relationship between like Storm and like in Forge in this, or like we just like he just drops "I love you" after like
and
we don't get enough.
And I'm like, oh, you rode on a horse together
which
like
again,
once, like what the fuck are we talking
like
about?
Kind of true in the comic as well, because by the end of like one issue of comic we see that happen, but it's a different medium and you are able to like kind of do passage of time differently. And like I don't know, they're just like 30, it's probably like 30 pages in that comic before, which is like that's a considerable amount of that, whereas this is like we do spend 2/3 of the episode with another story, and then you like really much go through.
So it feels even faster actually because it's at bookended.
And also, it's kind of like it's not like giving. It also feels like you're not giving Storm enough like focus, like as a character.
Storm
like
story.
Yeah, like she like Storm's like Storm's plot in this is being like her like every character, if they have their own like individual thing going on, their own arc, which not every character does, but the characters that do, like everyone else's is worked into the narrative like much better, whereas like Storm is just like she's separated from the rest of everyone else.
Storm alone,
and she gets 2 half episodes that like make up one.
Yeah,
like that is her own. So it's like it's not like the best way to like actually have like utilized that character, especially because Storm is like one of the like most iconic, more popular X-Men characters that have her like sidelined. In a way.
Arguably equal to, if not more than Wolverine.
Because some of the what is criticized, I would say like the most common thing I've seen from X-Men fans criticized about this show is like it's not that it disrespects them necessarily. It's just that like the treatment of black characters is not like the best. Like Sunspot was whitewashed. Storm kind of gets sidelined and gets half episodes to do her arcs, and Bishop's gone by episode 3. So it's like that's kind of like a criticism that I've seen a few times, and I think is like
there's
validity in those criticisms.
And even if you broaden it to just characters of color, like even Jubilee kind of gets just that half.
Yeah, exactly. Like she gets that half. And it's also a reference to like another thing. Like it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. Just I can't really think of a
Jack.
Yeah.
I think the first time watching this through, I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed Jubilee stuff. It was fun. But I do agree that like I was very confused as to why, especially because like the next episode has nothing to do with
any of it.
You go back to the Storm one and again it has to share again. It shares with like in episode 6 we go back to the Storm like arc and it shares its screen time with another thing.
So I think I was confused and like as to why like it wasn't just an episode on its own.
I forgot just how like quickly they roll through the life death stuff at the end. I'm on like a rewatch. I haven't watched in a long time, and I might not even watch it since I've read those comics actually. But yeah, that's not a great representation. It's not a great representation. It's not like an overly like the comic manages to execute the ideas going on there like much better. And I don't want to get too. I mean, we're gonna watch episode 6 today as well, so we'll get to another. We'll get to another issue I have with Storm's arc.
Who's ready for episode
5? Before we begin episode 5, here's Regan's thoughts.
So amazing episode. I think Magneto needs to loosen up about the arcade and video games, but otherwise, I think it was a really cool episode to have like both halves be split and like 2 different episodes in one. I liked Mojo as like a awesome villain. I really liked like the sound effects and the design of all the characters, and really fun to be in the really fun to have it be all video game related. But I think the episode could have been better. I don't know, maybe because it was split just into 2 episodes, that 2 short episodes. I felt like maybe one of them could have been the primary focus and longer. But otherwise, I really liked it. I totally ship Sunspot and Jubilee now, even though that's not in the comics. And super interesting to have Forge and Storm kind of be a thing. And I did appreciate her turning him down, and then the weird adversary thing. Don't know what that's about, but excited. And it kind of seems like more an allegory for mental health, so very interested in the next couple episodes.
Oh,
Reagan, you can't say that. Reagan, what are you doing? That's my job.
Yeah, that's
God.
Goddamn O'Hearns.
Ugh.
All right,
Anyways,
play the episode.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
All right, peak.
I think Sinister actually is kind of sending her. I don't remember the exact, like, fucking... There's too much.
Jack drank a little bit of water. He's ready to go.
Heck yeah.
Was it caused by atomic...
Trish Tilby.
Some say they're freaks. Some call them monsters. But all over the planet, they are known as mutants.
We prefer to see it as a world that misunderstands us. As build those bridges, a journalist is esteemed.
Stop flirting. You're on TV.
I am just as flattered to be sitting with a renowned scientist such as yourself.
Blue blushes too.
Founded by the late Professor Charles Xavier.
So is there an explanation for why Beast gains fur when his original thing was just not
because
that?
He made his design more interesting.
Okay.
I believe he's like he's playing around with his like genetics or something.
Okay.
And it leads to like
it adds
an extra
more
mutation
stuff.
almost.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As the UN formally admits the mutant nation of Genosha.
All right. Start the timer. How long does the jet last?
Half the episode.
Yeah, the jet was up like 4 times this season.
Can it, you roosters. Looky ahead.
Looky ahead.
They be busy doing a bit of renovating since Gambit's last visit.
Hey, Charles.
The only time we see him this season.
Is that Magneto? No. A lot of Magneto.
Wow, look at all these mutants.
Leech!
So happy.
Pixie? Is that Pixie?
Yeah.
I don't think that's one of Pixie's powers. Blob Herman, great character, actually.
The pink dude?
Yeah, Blob Herman. Or Glob Herman, one of the
my favorite mutant is Forget Me Not.
Yeah.
What about the dude that can explode once and that's his power?
That's everybody. What do you mean? I will say that I do like. I do like this purely because it's like the only time we see Magneto happy, like actually happy.
A lot of smiles at the mansion when we heard Madeline Pryor scored a top spot among Genosha's brass.
Luckily, you guys could spare a Jean.
2 always better than 1.
Look, it's Scott's girlfriend that looks remarkably like Jean Grey.
Forgive Gambit's passive adolescence.
Magneto, the interim council would love a word with you before tonight's gala.
So where the heck does that leave us?
There he is!
The best character.
Kurt Wagner, how the heck are you, furball?
The same voice actor from the original, despite only being in 3 episodes.
Kurt joined the council to help work with Genosha's various communities of faith.
Insanely good Nightcrawler design.
Mm-hmm.
Peak.
Long as he left those faithful killer monks of his back at the monastery.
Just like his proportions, his hair, like the way, like just everything.
We have much to discuss since our gothic adventure amid the Alps.
And not to like spoil, but like when he teleport, like when you get to see teleportation from the point of view of inside of it, it's like so cool.
I love this shit's so fun because like Nightcrawler was like Nightcrawler was just only in like 3 or 4 episodes of the original series, but they're just such iconic episodes of the original show. They bring him back for this and just immediately put him in the main cast. Just pets him on the head.
Daddy's charging pretty high rent. Versing a nation overnight is not without its share of stumbles.
Or maybe Gambit's willing to ask questions no one else will. Like, why is Magneto suddenly mutant MVP?
I think you know that.
Because he was right.
Lots of cameos here.
Multiple men.
Exodus. Cecilia Reyes, I think. Dazzler. Weird Dazzler design.
I thought Dazzler was blonde.
Dazzler in this show is a redhead for some reason.
Interesting.
I feel represented.
Your poker face is very good.
It does not take a priest to see you and Rogue Soul's touch in every gaze.
Ain't the touch she be looking for.
You Americans, so theatric.
He's so good.
Just marry Isabel and be done.
Scoundrels like me, we don't get no white picket reward.
Foreshadowing.
Too busy sin.
There is no love without sin. For love is best measured in what we forgive.
Bars.
Immediately get
bars.
Immediately understand Nightcrawler. They're like, yes.
Known as Cyclops. Scott, are you surprised?
Why does he look like that?
It's so accurate.
Xman teaches anything, Miss Tilby. It's to expect.
He looks Mormon.
The unexpected.
Why does he look like a Mormon?
Out the lights. Can you take them off? I can't. Sorry.
I can't.
Actually, let's talk about you and Marvel Girl.
Yeah, that's going well, right?
Men's power couple. A love
Marvel
that
Girl?
spans
That's her, yeah.
That's Jean's.
She has a hero name?
Yeah, you don't know that?
No.
It's shit, but yeah. Her original.
No wonder no one uses it.
Yeah, there's a few X-Men that don't really use them.
Her nom de guerre.
They have them, but they don't really use them.
Who can't tell which parts of her memories belong
Like
to
Kitty.
her
Like
and
Kitty's
which
like,
parts
I don't know,
belong to
Shadowcat isn't bad. They just like, they fall
I've
off
at least
using it
heard
multiple
that.
times.
This busted mug ain't changed in 100 years, and you know it.
I like that she has the ability to put them on the same level, but she still makes him shorter than her.
The 2 lovebirds still ain't talking.
He's grieving his son. Although the way he's avoiding me recalls a time. We were in Nevada. I had just acquired the power of a cosmic entity.
The Phoenix.
Oh, right. You were there.
Yes, everyone
He's
was there.
always there.
Every character in the show was there.
She didn't trust me.
He was scared.
This is great.
I wanted to reassure him.
I wanted to show her that nothing had changed.
I could already feel the universe speaking to me, much like Scott used to, through our special psychic rapport.
And then she takes off my ruby glasses.
I needed to anchor myself because every fiber of me hungered to leave and travel the cosmos right then.
And nothing happened. Jean was using the power of the Phoenix to block my optic blasts.
They anchored me. His eyes made me stay. Now,
I know all about drowning in memories.
I forget how many sunrises your eyes have seen.
They only ever seen one of you, Red. Just the one.
Even this, I don't mind this in this episode.
Logan, I'm...
You're Jean Grey. He's Scott Summers. Those are the rules.
Yes. Yes.
Enough said. Now go talk to that over.
Yes, that's fucking Wolverine right there. Like, that's such a good depiction of Wolverine. Like, and even then, like, yes, this is a moment where like Jean would be a bit like, you know,
Vulnerable.
like, yeah, vulnerable and like
not
confused.
Even like a little bit of that, but I also see it as like it is that it's one of those few love triangles where I'm like it all kind of works because it's like she does have a level of attraction to him,
and she has a soft spot. Yeah, she has a
like,
there is
there's
an
a legitimate
actual soft
affection
spot.
that could technically grow into a romance if they spent the time on it.
Jean's powers have made it so that she is seen that there is like what she understands, like that there is something more pure. The thing that the audience understands about Wolverine,
yeah,
that despite his rough exterior, that there is something, you know, more pure there.
I gave him up.
This is so good.
Because you can't say thank you. Because I have to stomach your questions.
This is like Revolution Cyclops.
I lie because the truth is we're nothing like you. Thank God, because it's the only reason you people are still alive.
Recent events have aligned themselves.
That's what I mean. There's so many little things going on in this.
I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, Sebastian Shaw.
Even the most overlooked of us finally getting a voice.
Banshee. I love Banshee. Underrated character.
This concerns me and my X-Men.
The only Irish X-Men.
We need a handsome jawline.
No, there's more.
Trust.
The Siren, his daughter. Oh. And his cousin. Black Tom Cassidy.
Emma, what are you doing here?
I love Emma. The GOAT.
Whose charitable idea was it to let a human be on the council?
Who's the Emma voice actress? That's what I want to know.
We'll find out at the end.
And we all agreed on a title
Find out right now.
Chancellor.
You eclectic allotment of social for me to rule Genosha.
Magneto immediately. I don't like the word chancellor.
But none of us would be here today were it not for you and your publicity stunt. Are there no others better tempered to stomach the squabble of...
Even this scene's interesting because like Emma and Shaw were villains almost every appearance in the original show.
Martha Marion voices Emma.
Interesting.
We were at a bar in Germany when he first mentioned his dream. I laughed at him. That annoying secret smile.
Everyone knows what he's talking about.
We would carry the dream, but never live it.
Look, Magnus, I know what the professor would say if he was here. Time to dream bigger.
You shall have me on one condition.
I get to fuck the shit out of Rogue.
You think making me your queen means we're getting back together?
It is a political calculation, Rogue.
Was this your plan all along? Make everyone like you, and then take over?
This was Xavier's design.
This was actually Xavier's design, which is kind of crazy.
Acting like this is all about you and the professor.
I won't deny my passion for you. You makes broken men whole, so that even as you deny us, our heartache is not...
This is I have mixed feelings on this because it's also like perfect like X-Men soap opera-ness.
Oh, the hair animation.
It's like, well,
it's
I don't...
like Beyonce,
yeah.
Where's the wind coming
Well,
from?
I don't enjoy the Magneto Rogue thing. I think in this episode, it is used so well for like the soap opera-ness.
Yes.
Like, this episode is like the peak of like X-Men soap opera adaptation.
Describe Nathan.
I see him everywhere, in every face on every street, so clearly. I can't see color.
Colorblind representation.
Nice, and this wild rust-colored hair. It reminds me of
us.
Wait a minute. You taste like Wolverine.
I forgot about this.
Wait, why do you taste like cigars and Canadian whiskey?
Excuse us, Madeline.
It's so messy.
Sorry, mine just drifted a moment.
Drifted indeed.
Drift indeed.
The other telepath knows exactly what's going on. Especially another telepath that is with Scott sometimes in the comics.
How long has it been happening?
a month, maybe. I was checking in after she moved overseas, but we ended up...
Go to Genosha. Be with my clone.
The cameraman's like, what the hell?
Oh dear.
She's the mother of my son. The one thing I can be certain about right now.
Do you love her?
It's so messy.
I love both of them.
That's the wrong answer, buddy.
Sinister cuts out a part of me. You love it? That wasn't love in there. It's ego. Leader, father, husband.
And you? You don't trust your memories.
Ooh.
Do you love me, Gene? Or am I just a lovely memory?
Damn,
mental damage.
His bars caused mental damage. Bro was spitting so good, caused an impact frame.
Wasn't expecting a lady caller. What's wrong, Shia?
You best sit down. It was back after I ran away from my daddy.
This doesn't make any sense in the timeline.
The man seemed nice enough, seemed to want to help. Just not like I thought. He spent weeks talking about how mutants were...
It's also the fact that they don't, like, address that it's, like, groomery, like, at all.
He showed me that being a mutant wasn't just about my power. It could be something more. And when we realized that his electromagnetic powers protected him from my touch, other things started happening. There wasn't enough room in our affair for his demons and mine. When I joined the X-Men...
He's just throwing cards into the fire.
He acted like it never happened.
You gonna accept his offer?
It's just such a weird thing to also add, considering, like, this isn't a thing, like, in the original, like, 5 seasons, like, of the show.
Bigger role and better in the world? Well, that's the
What are you
whole
talking about? They
reason
act
I
like it didn't
became
happen,
X-Men.
Christian. You just said it, obviously.
You never wanted to make things official. I respected that. I played the swamp rat.
I can't touch you, Remy. Your heart may beat for me,
Something's a bit deeper than skin, Cher.
Not this.
I wager that fool will break your heart in two.
Gambit always knows the odds.
In this game, he do. Till then, we be friends, mon ami. Just friends.
The Watcher.
I like how. Wait, what?
You can see him. The Watcher's in the sky.
No. I thought you were just saying shit.
So again, yes. So do I not? So in this episode, it's weird because do I not usually not like the love triangle between like Wolverine, Scott, and Jean? Do I usually not?
Was
like...
that Azazel?
Yes, probably. I could be wrong. I didn't look.
They're all friends
Just
here.
the way you were like, yeah, probably. It just made me laugh.
And even though I usually don't like even Rogue. Like Magneto, I think in this episode it is utilized.
It's
like
it can be utilized well and still be crap.
No, 100%. It's just utilized for like what I do like about X-Men, which is the overdramatic.
I love the bars that are about.
Is it your dress? My favorite line of Emma's in the show.
But surely Genosha's right to self-govern will not only be protected, but cherished.
It's just they nail the soap opera stuff so well with it.
Other nations don't allow a terrorist to be their leader.
And yet so often
allow their leaders
just to be terrorists.
Magneto accepted only on the condition that we ask one of the X-Men to govern with him. Rogue.
What did she say?
Well, you're about to find out. Woo!
Great soundtrack, dude. Well, this is not even. This is an actual
he's like, get the fuck out of the way.
That man told himself up by his buttons.
What was I saying before I locked in?
I don't remember. I locked in too hard.
Oh, before you mentioned Watcher, why has no one thought up putting one of the power suppression collars so they can hook up like in the comics?
Which is it's more of they have thought about it. It's more of like it's a violation.
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't have that problem in the comics.
Oh, they do sometimes. Like, mutants don't like to. Sometimes Rogue uses a collar for things, but like she typically doesn't like to.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would assume that mutants don't like to suppress a part.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It feels like it's like a violation. Like you'll do it if they have to sometimes. Like Iceman had to do it at one point because like his powers were like out of control. But like it can be avoided. They do. Well, animated sequence as well.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Ooh.
Emma, get out of here.
Emma and Shaw just looking up like, yes.
What is it?
The slowdown. I remember the first time, just like what? Just like just utter chills. Just like
stop making out.
Remy was right. Some things are deeper than skin.
It's like nope, not right. It's even not like that too. Then this same message is like, nope, not right.
Great kiss, but no. Huh?
Turn it off. The music. Get everybody out.
Marrow.
Nathan, what are you doing here?
Kill the music. You have to get everyone out.
Do they know who Cable? Like,
he's coming.
They don't know. They know of Cable.
No,
they don't
but
know
yeah, that's what I meant. Like, have they met Cable
Yes,
before?
they have.
Okay.
Weirdly enough.
Eyes. You made it. You survived.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
What?
Immediately obliterated.
Jeez.
Oh, the like choppiness.
So much aura.
Jesus Christ.
It's just like the intensity is like. Then they're killing like major like X-Men characters in the scene as well. Oh, he like blocks them with his own body.
Oh, the
Who was flying that got deleted?
Banshee.
Damn. And but do we know who he was carrying?
With Marrow.
Okay.
He alive. So are you.
Gambit. How many?
Too many. Some vile Godzilla sent him. You go at it, You end up dead.
Dazzler and Shaw.
Even dented.
Are these
I
people
don't know
dead
I
or
don't know,
injured?
actually.
I don't think so. She's dead.
Callisto dies here.
Right under its belly.
It literally show the light lead of her eyes.
Promise was made.
Never
Just
again.
that shot. The scale.
Yeah. Like the Sentinels that are like 6 times bigger than any
Val
person.
watching this too, the human, like.
I draw its fire away from the gardens. Rogue clears a path for Gambit to the Morlocks. Save as many as you can. We shall not live our days wondering if we could have saved more.
The fucking score.
This I remember watching this episode live, and I locked in harder than I've ever locked into a show.
All-time things Marvel has ever released, like genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of like the strongest 30 minutes of Marvel adaptations ever.
Yeah,
like
this was literally like this was the Danny DeVito meme where I was just sitting there and I was like, I get it.
It's understanding of like the themes and like things of X-Men. This episode especially.
She just bonks it.
This fight's fucking insane.
Omega level mutant detected. Oh. Have you seen the this is a weird thing to bring up right now,
knocks over.
Oh my god.
This scene. This one here. I started crying here.
They shall be avenged.
That last shot of the Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because again, like you said, it's an understanding of the character.
That's what he sees, like every time all around.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Leech knows Callisto will find us. If not her, Magneto. He promised Leech would never be scared again.
Well, Magneto does find him. Is that a reference to something from the original show?
What is the X-Men?
Where X-Men are not friends with the Morlocks?
The Morlocks and the X-Men have some like altercations.
I like how an X-Men shows up and the theme just plays for a couple seconds.
Bonsoir, mes amis. Now kindly follow me.
But again, Morlocks are almost like the Morlocks are interesting because they're mutants who can't hide their mutants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like because there's a level of that as well with where they talk about whereas like some mutants are able to hide their mutant power, like in some aren't. Like
immediately he's like, wait.
Oh my god.
Don't you dare, Eric!
He's trying to protect us, Rogue.
Oh my god.
Hab keine Angst.
Omega threat eliminated.
Bodemeo, no. It's like Bodemeo.
Always be in my favor.
Bold ass decision. Bold decision. Considering this is like the fan favorite character from the original show.
Mutant intruder neutralized.
It's so good, bro.
Remember it.
I immediately was like, oh my god, he can do this actually. I was like, yes. I was like, now tell me this guy's not Omega level.
Remember it.
How many?
We're watching live with you, Scott.
Regardless of your stance on recent world events,
Shut up.
the images you are about to see may be disturbing.
I can't feel you.
I will say, anyways, I will say I do appreciate the fact that they did not pull a an anime closing where it's like really deep and like like you don't just jump into like happy music out of nowhere. Oh my god, that's still so good. Holy crap.
It's just a fucking hell of an episode.
Oh my god. Oh. Fucking
I'm trying to think of something.
Oh, Reagan's not ready for that episode.
While we compose ourselves, here's Reagan's thoughts.
All right, so episode 5 of Xmen. Genosa is awesome. Seeing it, Magneto and Professor X both getting statues is great. I loved Nightcrawler, like seeing just his personality kind of shine through. And like, there is no love without sin is such a bar. I loved Wolverine's advice and also allowing Jean to make that momentary mistake. And seeing Scott angry and actually like being like aggressive, even though it was more out of anger and out of the stuff going on, was really cool. Chancellor Magneto, awesome. I love you both is a classic line I'd expect out of Scott Summers. And overall, the ending of this episode, absolutely just did not hold anything back. Was so shocking. At the moment anything good happens to the X-Men, you know things are going to go bad. And I really liked like Magneto and Rogue's dance scene, and I was like so optimistic at first, and then just everything went bad. And like, and the Magneto's line to Leech, "Don't be afraid," in German was so heartbreaking. And honestly, I think this is my favorite episode of the season so far. So the next two should be really good, and I'm interested to see what comes up of it. See ya.
While we compose.
Well, again, this original.
Reagan will have time to compose herself.
Hang on. Reagan, you can't say that.
Oh
Reagan, no.
Again, when I originally watched that episode, it was obviously in 2024. And again, when they were obviously making the show at the time, they didn't realize obviously what was going to be happening in the world,
right?
Like when this dropped, especially how raw and fresh it was, especially at the time. It's still happening now.
Yep.
But in the Middle East, but this episode really, like, I was fresh off of like basically, not to get too political, but this is a very political episode. Like I was fresh off of losing faith in humanity basically for like what I'd watched go on, like in the middle and still go on today in the Middle East. And this episode, and I mean it's stupid because it's cartoons. X-Men is like not as nearly as serious as obviously everything going on over there, but like just how raw and like connected it felt to like what like to actual things that I was like seeing in like watching in the real world like happen. And same thing with like when I watched like Andor, like the season 1 finale of Andor. Like I had the exact same like experience with that, especially when like I rewatched it. Because Andor technically came up before, but like when I rewatched the finale of Andor post like real life events that have happened, like. But yeah, this episode just like I was just weeping like when I first like saw it, because it literally like was connecting me to like real life shit that I was like incredibly stressed and like upset about,
clued in on. Yeah.
And that's what good art. I think that's what good art is supposed to.
Yes.
Like supposed to do is like, and yeah, obviously like this is an X-Men comic books. It's not like nearly as like serious, and even it wasn't even intentional like into what I'm talking about, but it was like basing off of like this is like it was basing off of real historic like trauma and like I don't know, just like
which was what I was gonna kind of jump into is like
you might be able to describe it better than me.
For those unaware, I'm a history teacher.
Yeah.
So like
you will probably be able to frame this
I
better
always say, because this is just generally how I view myself, as I'm a historian before I'm a teacher. It's how I went through my like educational experience. Was I wanted to learn about history, and then I learned on how to teach it.
To relate it.
Secondarily, some people don't do that, and that's fine. And I have no problem. I work with people who went the opposite direction. They wanted to be a teacher, and they happened to like history, so they learned some more history so they could be a history teacher. I was the opposite. I was a historian that wanted to teach. And I can't say I'm desensitized to it, because I'm not, because I'm a deeply emotional person, but
same.
There's a level of art is easier to connect to emotionally than real life. And I'm in no way an expert on the science behind that, but there is studies and stuff that show this. And I feel like it's deeply important for such serious matters, because sadly there's an element of humanity that we shouldn't be able to comprehend such things sometimes. Like and the flash to the Holocaust is the historical example. It is the historical example. It is arguably the most well documented historical example, which makes it wild that people deny it, but it's like the most documented thing, and yet it is. I teach it, and people you can't comprehend it.
You can't comprehend.
It's beyond comprehension.
No, it's one of those things where it's like the human brain has to like. It's like it's very different, but in the same way that the human brain doesn't think about the idea that it's a big bag of organs and bones and like in blood, like, you know what I mean? Like the human brain isn't like meant to.
The human brain doesn't think it's in a mech suit.
That's what I mean. Like the human brain, in that sense, like it doesn't, like the human brain is not meant to like think about those things for prolonged period. Like your own like what all this is, like your own like what's out in the world, and like the horror and reality of life, and like how bad like dark things can get necessarily. Like your brain's not like built to like really
to handle
it. Like it can deal with it, but like it's so much of it eventually like it short circuits almost.
And this is why. And there I'm going to talk about two things real quick, and then we'll and then obviously if you want to throw anything in there, but then we'll probably get back to Xmen. But like two things that I think about constantly that fits kind of what we're talking about is a lot of times, especially nowadays. And this is purely personal. I don't want anyone to think I'm explaining this as like this is how people should operate. A lot of people will ask me, "Oh, did you hear about XYZ?" Because I'm the political guy. Like it's how I was growing up. My family knows that I educate myself on this stuff, so if they have questions, they come to me to ask them.
Yeah, if you've watched long enough, the channel long enough, you'll know I'm the same.
Yeah,
I'm very much the same way.
It's just like, oh, did you hear about XYZ? And it's like, oh yeah, you know that bill's gonna die in the House, but it is disappointing that it's been brought up. And then they're like, oh, well, how do we fight this? I'm like, well, it's not gonna make it out of the House, so there's nothing to fight. Like I'm very again, it's not desensitivity, but it's like it's I like the meme where it's like bet it on nothing happening or like whatever. It's like nothing happened again. Nothing ever happens meme. And it's like,
to be fair, those people have been proven wrong the last. To be fair, they were on a roll for a very nothing ever happened.
Nothing happened for quite a long time.
Nothing ever happens. People were on a roll for a very long time until about March this year,
and then stuff started happening. But there's an element of that I approach modern events to. Like people will sit there and be like, "Oh, why aren't you more upset about this?" And I'm like, I can't be. I literally functionally can't be. I can't give a shit about everything. And this is not a boast. I'm too well educated on events to be upset about everything because I'm too aware of everything that's going on. I cannot find it in me to give a shit about all of it because I will shut down.
It is, yes, exactly. Like what you're saying is that like you're saying is that because like when you actually take the time to like try to keep up with everything.
You can't.
Like you can't because there's just too much and there's too much news and there's too much everything going on.
And it's not even like there's too much evil in the world. And it's like, yeah, I wish there was less evil in the world. Of it. But like, it's just a fundamental aspect of there's too many people.
The human brain.
There's too many
people.
Saying
is the human brain like it immediately gets overwhelmed when it's like
we can't conceptualize reality. It is like a take that I have, which informs my morality. And I'm a very philosophical person and yada yada yada. People hate when I bring up that I have a minor in philosophy, but how I approach philosophy is I treat it as a 1-to-1 metric. Is like I am going to treat other people as if they are me, and it will eventually lead to positive things happening in the world because I cannot affect change on a grand scale.
Yeah, nobody can.
My conceptualization of how I'm going to affect change is I'm going to be a teacher that is going to touch the lives of roughly 100 kids per year. Maybe 5 of those I will leave a lasting impact on. Just reality statistics. That's even high, if we're being honest. And like, that's my goal is like every year I want one kid to be like, you're my favorite teacher. I'm never going to forget you, because that means I've done my job as a human and I know I'm doing a certain type of job as a teacher and how I'm teaching historical events that I'm hoping that will then also inform who they are as people. Which I won't go into details because I could get in some trouble, but
either way, this
how I approach being a teacher. If a kid likes me and then they remember what I'm teaching, I will have created a better person that will then go out and affect positive change.
Domino.
So yeah,
but for this episode, obviously this
with X-Men,
obviously this episode's incredibly poignant. It was very poignant, like when it dropped, incredibly poignant. It remains incredibly poignant now. I don't know,
good art is always poignant.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately,
but even part of like one of the things that like made me. I mean, this show actually, weirdly enough, is what. In the same way that like Andor coming out almost like despite being this really positive thing that like was, oh my god, this undisputed great thing the Star Wars has dropped, it like hurt the overall brand because like, oh, you guys could have locked. You had this like time. This is possible. Like you can tell like
this, wait,
and like, so even like I like most of the Marvel like Cinematic Universe. Like
it can't be this hard.
Like I have a soft spot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I grew up with it, and like I have certain movies in it that I still really enjoy. Obviously, I don't love the last like stretch of the last like half decade of movies, but specifically like what this show and specifically like this episode did was like, oh, so like you guys are capable of like of telling like actual like poignant storyline, not just like an adaptation of a comic book where it's like when we see these characters and we adapt them
jingle.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, like no, like you are actually capable of like actually like taking the themes from those comics and like utilizing them and telling a really good poignant. Why aren't you like why is the animated show have that but your actual films don't? It's like a lot of the time like it's to a certain level. It's like the thing for like it's an animated series is like. Which is usually supposed to be a younger affair.
I think that's. I was gonna say I actually think that that's legitimately the reason is that I think that the dumbass studio exec heads let animation get away with more because they don't give a fuck about it.
Stupid. It just makes it look. It just
they
makes
think
it,
it's a
it just
child's
makes it when
medium.
you finally. It just makes it to the people that are watching that are enjoying it that it's like okay cool now I'm watching like the live action medium which again is stupid that in America the consensus and like the way that we utilize and what we the mediums is that like typically live action is supposed to be like more mature and serious, and then like just something being animated is inherently more childish, and like so I'm like okay cool, but it's like that does if that's true then like when I'm watching the childish thing that you're telling me culturally is supposed to be more childish and it's telling me more poignant it's doing more poignant political commentary and like and it's doing better job with subtext
and just text
than like your actual like movies that are supposed to be for not adult because the Marvel movies aren't exactly for like
for older audiences
either, but it's just like it's just a weird disconnect where it's like how am I supposed to think about this other thing now when it's like you had this capacity to do this, and not that every like Marvel comic or character that you're going to adapt is going to be like the same level of poignance and like politics even, but
because sometimes you need Ant-Man just being a goofy little guy. Like,
I think like
sometimes you need the Guardians of the Galaxy just being fuck-ups.
Contrary to popular belief, despite also being stupid and in like ridiculous, like we talked about at the beginning of the episode with the lore and like there's 4 beasts.
There's
and all
4
evil.
beasts.
Like despite also having dumb lore that doesn't make any sense and that constantly gets made fun of for right reasons and like it doesn't really translate well, especially as you just describe it out loud to people. Like comics have always been like very political medium.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
sometimes they beat you over the head with it, and they're not exactly subtle, which is like, you know, but sometimes they are, and sometimes you like in something like X-Men, you cannot take away like the. Like my thing is this, like in the same thing, I've like the same thing with I know this we're going over with our
it's such
our
a big episode.
discussions.
I think it's worthwhile.
But it's the same way I feel about the Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it's like the animated series from 20 years ago is a more poignant, more political piece of media than the live action show is.
I definitely think that it goes back to what Ryan was saying, is that like people don't view animation and or comics as like big,
real
storytelling. So like, especially back in the day when comic books and superheroes were first starting, like that was like a huge way for like people to like express the like, I don't know if hardships is the right word.
I'm just saying one of the reasons that like people do, because I will tell you, like I would say like the live action Netflix show is not particularly well liked by like the general public. It did well enough, but it's not particularly well liked. It's mostly seen as like a why are we doing this like type thing, and it's mostly seen as like inferior to
which not for nothing is generally most people's opinions on any live action remake of an animated property.
But it's almost entirely considered like inferior to and part of that is like because they have like cosplay costumes and like camera shots aren't that good, and the animation and like the effects were like whatever. But it's part of it is literally just like, well, yeah, I like a lot of people that watch Avatar are not like they like it for specifically Avatar fans like it for its politics. Like literally more so than anything, and I think that's also true, not always, but like
and not just the politics too, but also the story. And I mean, we're getting a little off base, but
saying,
it's
well,
like
I'm just trying to
the storytelling and the no, it's very similar. I understand why you're bringing it up.
I'm blaming up because I'm more saying that like we're going to be getting a live action adaptation of X-Men soon, and my fear is that like it's going to be a live action like Avatar: The Last Airbender situation where like you have this thing where like literally
it's just inferior.
Yeah, like you can go watch a thing that was like that is older, that is like supposed to be from an American perspective in a less serious, like less adult form of medium, and then I'm watching like the so-called like more serious form of medium, and then like you're not even doing, especially and it would be even worse in this case because they did this like 3-4 years before dropping like a movie. Again, maybe I'll be wrong and Marvel will surprise me and they're gonna do a really poignant, like politically important
to be able to drop
X-Men film,
be able to drop an episode like that. It makes me believe that they're ready to do.
Yeah.
There's an element of, because it was released under not full MCU necessarily control, but like full Marvel ownership and like consciousness of we're doing this and we also have these other plans. I agree with you that it does give me a little bit of faith in, at the very least, that they have creatives in the room that will push for it. There's other problems.
Yeah, that's
and we could do a whole
like,
pod on this. Like we could talk for hours on this, but like the piece, and also I wanted to say this real quick. This is just a quick like historical fun fact. Not fun fact. It's like a thing for me that like I like because it sounds cool. Comic books.
Yes, sir.
Comic books helped to create the sociological distinction of teenager.
Really?
Teenager as a concept, as a culture, was not a thing pre-World War II.
Oh, interesting.
It is not. You were child or adult. Teenager was not a conception. Like, yes, you understood like, oh, you're close to adulthood like that, but as like a cultural thing.
Sure.
It was not a thing.
Was there a young adult or
no? Just it was you are either a child and you will speak when spoken to, get out of my sight, or you were old enough to be considered an adult. There was a delineation, and the reason why
depending on the culture, probably like the age what adult was.
I'm talking mass, global scale, like how we nowadays conceptualize teenage culture with like TikTok and like all this other stuff where we think of teenagers. Yeah. And like shit posts and stuff. I mean, that's the more modern version, but like, you know, when you think of a 50s greaser, you're thinking of a teenager. Those were teens. Now, yeah, maybe it was also young 20s and whatever, and there's variations, but like those were teens. That it was a thing that hadn't been conceptualized before. Comics helped create that because it was put out as a child thing. Like, oh, this is for children. It's picture book for children. Like that's what that's the conception of it. Yeah. And those children that read the comic books got older and they still liked comic books. So they wanted more adult comic books, and and through that process, they created the cultural phenomenon of teenagers with comics. Because even today, I mean, it's aged up a little bit more, but like comics are still conceptualized as a thing that high schoolers are mostly engaged in, or like, or maybe college age. No, I understand, but it's like how it's conceptualized as a cultural thing. That's just my fun history teacher fact.
We can do episode.
All right, let's move on.
Episodes. Did we do Regans Thoughts?
Yeah, she was
first.
Yeah.
So yeah. We needed a moment. We needed a moment.
I don't even know if we adequately went over that episode or not, but yeah, whatever.
It was great.
We talked about the impact of the episode. It's hard. Like, we could go over the episode and just gush over like really what it was, but I feel like us talking about its broader implications tells you that it is such a phenomenal episode because it actually has broader implications, whereas Motendo doesn't. Like, it's just like
either way, my takeaway from this episode has always been, this show in general has always been like, God, I just hope they do like they
I
just
hope
keep
close to this.
They just keep this energy. Like, I don't even need to be like the live action version of this or whatever. I don't even want that. I just need like there to be like, look, you did all the things. You understand what components are essential to X-Men. Don't forget about them like you did. Again, my main thing always comes with the fact that like the sequel trilogy depoliticized, like Disney is
elements of Star Wars,
the sequel trilogy like simplified and depoliticized a lot of the deeper political thought that does exist in the original two Star Wars films. And so that's why I just fear that they will do the same with X-Men.
Meanwhile, in space.
Hey, this is a very, very major part of the X-Men comics. Is like their space adventures.
Space adventures.
We've not really talked about them. We never really have explored them in the movies at all.
Because cosmic stuff wasn't really a big thing back then.
It's also it's harder to
do.
Yeah,
Darkhawk.
It makes sense. Deathbird.
Is that not Darkhawk?
No, it's Deathbird.
Okay. Where's Darkhawk?
It's not here.
he in this episode, right?
That's Ronin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sunspot and Deathbird had a thing in the comics during Krakoa for a little bit. You're fucked.
For the Imperial Guard.
I learned so like, this is one of those things where I always say to people, like, don't underestimate the impact of like games and stuff that you might think are inferior to actually like broadening people's appreciation for stuff. There's a card game. I've stopped playing it because I was spending too much money on it, but there's a mobile card game called Marvel Snap.
Yep.
Which is a ton of fun. Highly recommend. Do not attach your wallet to the game. But I learned who like 90% of these characters were from that game. Never knew who Darkhawk was, never knew who Gladiator was, but Gladiator's a dope fucking card for that game. And it's like, I learned so much about these characters from that. Because I would start Googling characters. I'm
Vulcan!
Like,
fuck it out. And Manta.
A million pardons, Your Highness.
I wonder if they're gonna actually do anything with Vulcan here. Because that's technically
the Empress.
Oh, joy. Why didn't you say so?
This might be a spoiler for y'all, but I don't think doesn't come back at all this season. Vulcan is literally one of the Summers brothers.
Really?
Yes.
How many Summers brothers are there?
3.
Too many.
Greetings, Shiar. 1 year ago, we offered the skills of our mighty healers to a Terran man on the verge of death.
So how did Xavier get to space?
They brought him.
They go in
because again, I didn't watch the original show. So what happened where they thought he died, but actually he went to space?
Well, again, Xavier has like a romantic relationship with this character, Lilandra, in the comics too. And like they interact with them a decent amount. So I believe in this show, like there's like an assassination thing, and I think Lilandra just happens to be like in the area, like, and she's in the episode, so like she just takes him at the end.
With joyous news in time
It's a science
for your empress is to be married.
To an Earthman.
Shall welcome a new emperor, Professor Charles Xavier.
What's a professor?
He's alive?
He can walk?
To the might and glory of the Imperium.
And Vulcan's not sitting there like, damn, I gotta tell Scott this.
He doesn't know. No, actually, I assume that with the timeline now, I assume that Vulcan does not know.
Gotcha.
Anyone.
It's so crazy how the back half of this season is like so much more expanded than the first half.
It's more one plot. It's more.
I mean, I just mean more like universe wise.
Oh,
like there's like space. There's like 70 other heroes that show up.
Yeah.
Perhaps an empress could even spend a portion of her time ruling the galaxy from my little corner of it.
My handsome emperor has much to learn about masking his manipulations. You wish to return to your children.
Merely visit.
Yet, families often mimic black holes. Visit and risk being stuck in its ever-spiraling vacuum of dramas. This is especially true with your students.
Not wrong.
Jeez,
Damn, she clocked them so fast.
Surprised he didn't have an impact frame mental damage moment.
The M-Cron. Don't you remember the original series?
The
M-Cron? The M-Cron crystal.
Invite them to the wedding.
Hey guys, I'm alive. Come to my wedding.
Fear they'll think you.
Oh my god, her hair's the exact same as her helmet.
They're like,
yeah, it's helmet hair.
They're like bird people. They're like avian. They have like feathers, basically.
It's been an unsuccessful mating season for bird person.
Much like my legs in this armor's exoskeleton.
All ruling is make-believe. I pretend to be perfect, as my subjects would never love the woman beneath the armor. Not like you do. Never pretend with me.
Will you at least consider Earth?
I will, but I remind you, Charles, the virtue of a teacher lies in showing their students how to walk on their own.
But only if he is sure there are no more lessons he can teach them.
I mean, they seem
as a teacher, I'm going to let you know that does go hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have such a deep appreciation for, and that's part of why I like episode 8, not to bring it back to Star Wars, but like I do recognize and really agree with how they showcase that.
Your bite is a sort of demonic infection. Once the venom reaches his heart, leave him. Play martyr. You will not break me, but I can fix you.
I also didn't understand like splitting this into 2 halves.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
With such a banger episode in between. Like I literally came back to this. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this anymore. Like I was like, I fundamentally don't care.
I want to know what happened to Magneto.
Let him die. Look the other way.
Let him die.
What?
Let him die.
Oh, so this episode's better, and this part is better because it there's more.
Yes.
It's not like just
it's not
tacked at the end of the episode. And visually, there's some cool shit. Like the eyes, there were.
Mm-hmm.
You fear living. Said to Jean, I have wondered what it would be like to be human. It is a tempting daydream. Let me out! Look at your family, who you follow. I was wrong. Forge didn't rob your gifts. You had already renounced them. You turned your back on these paths long ago.
Lord of Chaos.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, 'cause I remember that like Forge is like has some magic shit.
It looks like legit sorcery.
No, they made it look like the Doctor Strange stuff.
Wait, Forge is Sorcerer Supreme?
He probably should be.
Well,
can't he just invent a machine that makes him Sorcerer Supreme? Sorry.
Mom practiced doesn't magic. Some of it sunk in.
Ugh.
Your shoulder.
I'll give it to me straight. You need a better bedside face, Doc.
Perhaps your mother's book holds an answer.
She wrote about a cacti, the Midnight Chala.
Midnight Chala.
Grows in nearby caves. Doesn't need sunlight.
It's called a tuh.
I can show you the way.
You are too weak. Tell me where to go.
I don't have much time, Aurora. If this nastiness gets worse while you're gone, I don't want to be alone.
Even this is like, what? Didn't you slap him last time? It's like,
yeah, it's
like, not
it's
enough.
Just too fast. It's just too fast. I think is the big sin.
And again, like in the original comic, what happens is like the reveal gets happened and Storm leaves and stays unpowered for a long time, and then eventually she goes back and there's like a second life death issue with Storm with Forge again.
Hush now, beloved. You may bark.
Where I think she's able to finally get her powers back.
Guardian's got such a sick design.
Yeah, Guardians of I forget what they're called, dude. Imperial Guardians.
Your Majesty, I
I have known you since
Some
you were
underrated
but a
characters in there.
hatchling and wish only for your happiness. But given our war with the Kree, divided even we Shi'ar.
I love how just everyone's always at war with the Kree. People do not fuck with the Kree at all.
Of coming victory.
Yes, but we have been.
Well, they did a whole
trapped in
comic
so
last year where
much
they kind of
change.
reset the cosmic side of Marvel with all the different empires and stuff, with the Kree and the shapeshifters. I forget what the Skrulls, the Shi'ar.
Your consort was born on the wrong side of the stars.
Okay.
Deathbird has some great lines here.
A union with the Terran would bind the Shi'ar into alliance with his inferior homeworld.
I respect you speaking the quiet part out loud, Deathbird. So let's speak plainly. Your Empress and I decide alliances, as well as which world we call home.
Chandalar is home.
Of course, Lord Chancellor. I nearly meant...
Spoke the quiet part out loud. Xavier would see his Milky Way ghetto. For the sake of the Empire, I must invoke the right of Mdasha. You must renounce Earth and erase all memory of your life there.
This is stupid.
And you, dear sister, must be the one to do it.
That doesn't seem like a challenge.
No,
More
it's just like it's not even him anymore. Then it's like
Yeah, it's like-
it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah,
And key 3.
It's just meant to be.
yeah, it's meant to be a
simplistic
conflict.
thing,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. It's like, I mean, realistically, Deathbird just doesn't think you're going to do it. She's just trying to come up with a thing that he's not going to do.
To bind various cultures into one for the sake of galactic peace and harmony.
It's just like, okay, Empire.
I have a very old and very dear friend on Earth who would agree with you.
Wise for a Terran.
His name is Magnus, and I wish to remember him.
You've made your decision then.
Okay, I want to ask a quick question. Why is his name sometimes Magnus and sometimes
I'll
Eric?
explain when we get a lull.
Okay.
Do you love
It's
me,
not an easy
Charles?
answer.
I figured it wouldn't be.
Let me.
Oh, fuck.
Let me make sure.
Why remember? Why not let go? Start anew. If you refuse,
Such a dumb
they
fucking.
won't let
It's
us
fine.
be together.
This is like so contrived.
Yeah,
it
it's too
annoys
contrived.
me.
Yeah.
It's like, why not just forget your whole fucking life? It's like, I won't be the same person
That you like. It's like
You won't love me anymore.
Yeah, I'll be.
I'll
a blank
actually be
slate.
the pet that like.
Yeah, I was joking about it earlier. It's like,
Your devotion is beyond measure. Perhaps it is time to show you mine.
We're gonna bang inside of our
well,
minds.
I get it. Like Professor Xavier can be selfish as well. Like and do things like for like he focus on love more than like the mission or whatever.
Snow Snake Tower.
Like he's a complicated character. He's not just like a
Yeah.
simplicity. Like Xavier is a more complicated character than people give him credit for.
Was actually built.
He's sometimes like a villain.
Not necessarily like a
Like
villain,
not,
but
not
like
he's an antagonist.
yeah, it's very interesting. Like how they use him sometimes.
On land.
But they said that they were here to help. Sort of like how I came to you.
And even like how his like how Xavier's dream is like interpreted and by different writers essentially is often interesting.
The demon was not your doing.
A big evil owl that feeds on anger and self-loathing.
Before I lost my gifts, I told a friend, my sister, that I often wondered about being human. No matter how many I saved, my mutant gifts inspired twice as much hate and humanity. I am better this way.
I've finally come to terms with being a human. Oh, you can have your powers back. Huh?
But a white lie that they could make us.
Sorry, they're talking about like the Native American like history stuff.
I know how you feel about tight spaces.
She's like, oh shit, nah.
Yeah,
Oh,
obviously
shit,
Storm
my
has
one
like,
enemy.
Storm's claustrophobic. That's like her like weakness for lack of a better word.
Yeah, because
Like in the
nature's
comics.
like nature doesn't like to be contained.
Not even well, it's also because actually Storm in the comics her parents died in I forget which war it was. The war where England, France, and Israel all bombed Egypt. Like the Arab War.
The Suez Crisis.
Suez Crisis, yeah. Her parents are killed in that war, and Aurora was trapped under the rubble for a while.
Oh, okay.
So that's where she gets her claustrophobia.
Gotcha.
He insults all Shi'ar! This was exactly my fear.
What you ask of him is no small burden.
He seeks to ally us with Earth.
My God, you are dramatic.
How can we entrust our mighty empire, which has endured for eons, to a ruler descended of Simeon?
Okay, Magneto.
This Xavier is not even a pure terror.
Ugh.
A lower god. A mutant.
Why would they think that?
Well, to be fair, they're prejudicial. They have like.
Well, why wouldn't they be like, well, at least he's one of the elevated ones? Like, I would have expected that, honestly. I love
The way they animate Gladiator is actually fucking really fun. Like, look at they're.
He's basically Superman.
Yeah, they really do some Superman shit with him in this. Like this one here is you're about to see.
Not his legs.
Like this.
He's go flying.
It's so good, bro. I was so impressed how they managed to like nail a Gladiator of all characters in this. I'm like, they even make Gladiator cool. Not that he isn't cool, but he's just like an obscure character.
What is this? What have you done?
Gladiator, please raise your hand. To answer, I have used my vast psychic abilities to draw us into the
Those
astral
rows aren't
plane.
straight.
Well,
it is time for today's lesson.
Holding that in your mouth would be annoying as shit.
Yes.
Also, you couldn't really aim that way.
I could never do like the
Is it the
Plus,
pulsing
cave
cacti?
diving?
Yeah, cave diving.
Yeah, those people die usually.
Yeah,
Like what is the
You know what the best
appeal?
thing about
Spelunking?
cave dives
Spelunking,
is?
that what it's called? Yeah.
You don't have to.
What is the appeal of like jamming yourself into a 1 foot by 1 foot
Above it.
cave hole?
Look at you.
Forge destroyed you.
You, pancaked by the pressure of existing. Submit, and I will save you and let you live your ending daydream.
Now this is great, I will say, but
Not a daydream. The executioner's neutralizer was not the only weapon tamping down my gifts.
Deny your power. Lay dead, or humanity will thunder down upon you and your kind.
Let them thunder, for I am lightning.
yeah.
I've opened up a hole in space-time.
Just look at that shit. The satellite's like, what the fuck?
Huh?
And the classic suit. It's like the Storm costume.
Damn, she look good.
Yeah, even like the way she stops is like. Alright, go save Forge now.
Nah,
It's like-
he's dying. He's fine.
He's dying.
He's out of timeline. He's like. He's out of time crunch.
She has to do her
Score screen.
her Superman flying through the desert.
Just because I can.
Stop flexing.
Strange to feel grateful.
Also, her hair grew.
Yep.
Just like magic made her hair grow.
Things we bury within us, hide from loved ones, till we finally heal our adversary by embracing it.
Some great cactus aloe.
It's starting to heal.
It's gone. What do you mean?
Her hair is sick, actually.
So what now? Should we whisk away to some tropical island?
Turns on news. Oh my god, they bombed the Pentagon.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, did you watch this?
They hit the Pentagon! They hit the Pentagon! Forge is like, ah, fuck.
Who can tell me from where the Shi'ar Imperium draws its might?
From the crushed skulls that house inferior minds, such as yours.
Demerits. The power of your empire is in truth a harvest of stolen worlds.
Sounds familiar.
The Shi'ar Empire is a snake oil racket.
Even you Terrans claim might, right?
He really thought he had an argument there.
Pillage worth from one another, that for me to be more,
You must be less.
be less, your existence against mine, because why? Says who? Who made up these silly rules?
We did, beloved, playing make-believe.
Even if we were to agree, your idealism would confuse our...
Want to know a secret? Coexistence is messy. Thus my love for education.
It's such a good line.
That the universe is very old, and all of us very young, born of ancient stardust, and all children of the atom.
I love how you can sense them. Like,
My children of the atom, destroyed!
good line delivery.
I must return to Earth. The unthinkable has happened.
Charles, if you leave, you will prove my sister right about your kind.
If that should end our star-crossed affair, so be it.
Our 1 episode affair.
Well, at least it's more on and on. In the comics, like, Lilander's on Earth for a while before, like, it goes vice versa.
My X-Men.
Okay, so Jack, your answer to the Magneto question.
Okay.
Actually, there's more.
Never mind.
Yep, never mind. You'll never get the answer.
Okay.
Ow.
What happened?
War of the Worlds in the background.
Don't take all the blame, Oliver, and don't fret the future.
Sinister.
You have nothing to fear, so long as you place your faith in Sinister.
Sinister voice actor is also fucking great. Okay, so Jack.
Okay.
So Magneto's birth name is Max Eisenhart.
Okay.
Which usually does not get used at all. Then I believe he switches the name. He adopts the name Eric Lenscher, or Eric Magnus Lenscher, as to be, which is I believe sounds less Jewish.
Okay.
Basically, that was the original idea. Was the original idea, and then basically like some older like people that know Magneto earlier will call him Magnus. Gotcha. Whereas like people that have met him later will call him Eric.
Understood.
It's typically out. So like typically like if you see like a character that calls him Magnus, which the characters that in this have called him Magnus are
Charles
and Beast. Weirdly enough, Beast also calls him Magnus.
And then some of the people in like the council.
That was true. Yeah. Well, yeah. What's her? Madeline also called him Magnus, which that makes sense because she's a Jean. So I think like they're supposed to be like the original 5 probably call him Magnus. I would, if I had to guess. But yeah, that's for this context. But yeah, that's why Magneto has a bunch of different names. Yeah, but the birth name doesn't get used too much. But usually it's either Eric or Magnus. But Magnus is just the middle name.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Or like his adopted middle name.
Yeah, as some people tend to go by.
All right. What do we think of that one?
That was really good.
That one's better than 4. A lot better than 4.
Yeah.
It's because at least 4 is like there's one. It's like all right, the first half, second half. Whereas like this one's like it
blends
goes back,
it better.
It goes back and
it
forth.
has
It's
Storm. It has Storm and Charles both realizing the events of the prior episode, so it does flow better.
Yeah,
I like it better.
There's more. You spend more time.
Still
with Storm
so
in this
much
one.
like random. I only like the Charles. Like I bet you, if I didn't have from Marvel Snap that knowledge of like Gladiator and Darkhawk and like those types of characters and like was intrigued at seeing them, I probably would have hated that because I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And weirdly enough, there's always some like space stuff with X-Men every once in a while. Like they have some space-based like
the Fantastic
Four. So I like it just from that sense because it is like kind of an important part of the lore that does exist. Like they have some of their better arcs are actually cosmic arcs. Weirdly enough, well, like some of the more iconic ones, like the Phoenix, like Dark Phoenix is like the Phoenix is like that's a cosmic arc.
Yeah,
like that is like it's mostly space related stuff.
I think it's so funny in the show that Jean's like, I was possessed by a cosmic entity.
Yeah, that's why the Dark Phoenix. Like,
we know.
Yeah, it's why the Dark Phoenix adaptations have just like not worked at all. because they don't like introduce any of the actual elements that like exist in that like like the movies have had none of like the context or like even the players involved like in that like they're barely
Dark
at a
Phoenix touched upon it briefly.
I mean, not even like there's they at least like in that movie at least
Never
it's the
seen
same in at least because they at least in that one it's an entity, whereas like in the original like 3
It's
it's
just
just a part of Jean, which to be fair is like a like with the modern lore like and this wasn't always true and it's adapted like Jean Grey is the Phoenix, like Jean Grey and the Phoenix are the same being. So yes, at some point like it like found her, but like at a certain level like Jean Grey was always like meant to be the
the Avatar.
like yeah, like it's a weird like cosmic like thing.
Cosmic.
Right now in the comics, and some people like this, some people don't, there's like almost like a triangle of like 3 characters that are like have like these really like almost like destined roles. It's like Storm has a bunch of like magic, like Storm has like lineage, like Storm has magical lineage and like has like sorceress potential. Like one of like her ancestors was like I believe Sorcerer Supreme, or was like a very high up like Egyptian sorcerer during like the Age of Apocalypse time. But I believe I forget, she has a role, like a name, like almost the same way that there's like the Phoenix, like Storm has something it's a more modern
hurricane.
It's a more modern like invention, I believe. And then like and then the other one is like Wanda, like Scarlet Witch has like this kind of like there's this kind of like pillar of these are very powerful like entity women that exist in Marvel Comics. But yeah, this episode I think works a bit better than 4. It's obviously kind of the most similar to 4 in the season. And just having it go back and forth between the plots works better. I mean, I like it. There's some cool stuff. It's probably the second weakest episode in the season. But again, I like every episode.
We're about to hit the 4. Like it's just going to escalate from here on out.
Yeah,
in just such a beautiful way.
Yeah, I don't think we gotta talk about that one too much. So
before we get on to the next episode, these are Regan's thoughts.
So, episode 6. Professor X is alive, really, and he has a dope alien girlfriend, and he's now an emperor. Okay. But anyways, I think like the adversary being mental health is something I thought of, and it was very, very well done. I like that Xavier chose Magneto over his wife. I also really liked that teaching moment, and that Storm got her powers at the end. All in all, it was all really, really good. Very separate from everything else, but I guess the reveal that Xavier was back was enough. So overall, really good episode. I liked it. No real complaints. I think the other episodes I might like more, but yeah, let's see how the next one goes, and hope everyone's reacting about the same much as me. Bye.
That was actually pretty nice.
Oh, okay. No slurs this time.
Yeah, I think you guys weren't listening clearly, close enough.
Well, you know.
He had hidden messages.
Yeah, you gotta listen to the subliminals.
Subliminal messaging.
All right, episode 7. Here we go.
Episode 7.
Bright eyes. Oh my god.
Yeah, don't let Beast get wet. He'll smell a little.
He'll become evil.
Also, I think that's Aurora for some reason. I don't know why Aurora's here, but she's a member of like the Canadian team. I forget what it's called. Alpha Flight.
Remy LeBeau would be the first to remind you that life, like the cards, is wild. Yet he moved through his life as a force who believed better times lay ahead. Per his kinetic gifts, Gambit had endless faith in potential. He seemed so blind to his.
Having Nightcrawler do this was such a
born a sinner,
smart thing.
Beyond saving. Such were the cards, he'd say. I think he was bluffing. How could Remy,
another Wolverine scene,
the potential, fail to see how his sins had made him into a hero? Every gambler has a tell. Modesty was Gambit's.
How could she not be here? He saved all of us. He saved her. He loved her.
Grief's a lonely war. Rogue's gotta figure it out on her own. What she battles is not mere grief. And our dear Jubilee is wise to be afraid.
I just remembered what's about to happen.
I love this little storyline that Rogue has.
No, this is a little. Yeah, I like this episode a lot.
This is a top secret United States facility. You are trespassing.
Let's just say random robots and shit. Like, what is that? What the fuck is that supposed to be? This is not even well. This is not an efficient design. Like, this is Lockheed Martin getting fucking paid for that shit.
She just blew up $2 trillion worth of merchandise.
Yeah.
Very anime coded.
Yeah, no.
It's
from the original arcade game, I think. Or no, it's not from that. It's from Marvel vs. Capcom.
There's also that kick is fairly famous in anime.
Yeah, I meant yeah. Oh hey, Thunderbolt Ross.
In the same place built to hold the Hulk. Our intruder is an unhinged mutant from the swamp. She ain't no.
Shut the fuck up, Thunderbolt.
She has Captain Marvel's powers. Fucking fuckhead.
He's red.
Daddy always used to say breaking into prison was easier than breaking out. Where are Henry Gyrick and Bolivar Trask?
Thought your kind were the good guys.
You killed. Now, you get me.
I'm sorry, Scott. The UN just can't commit any more help. It's time to let go, son.
What is this like weird hologram?
What about Val Cooper?
Scared voters see me helping your kind. Sorry, son. Just, unfortunate optics.
Optics, sir?
Now hold up. I'm playing politics here to ensure someone less kind to your cause.
Okay, thanks, Democratic Party.
Check the headlines, Mr. President. They're all
Thanks, Mr. DNC. Thank you. It's like
for real.
I know what she meant to you, Scott, to Nathan. I know it seems strange, but after losing Storm, the thought of having something of a sister was comforting.
None of that matters right now. Right now, we have to be strong. For the team.
For my protege, Batman.
Is there a reason why Jean let her hair down now that Madeline's gone?
Yes.
I think that's just when she's not in.
She assumed her powers through hair.
Yes.
All right, start the timer.
Hey, it didn't get destroyed last time.
It definitely did. You see this?
Hey, Blob's fine.
Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. The ever affable Mr. Rogers.
Thanks, Beast.
Jean and I can handle it. Rest of you go show humanity that the X-Men are here to stay.
I like how Sunspot's just a part of the group
Amelia
now.
Bott.
When we first set up and the injured started flooding in, bad things happen. Everyone wants to be a survivor, but when you actually see one fresh off the belt, a survivor is the last thing I'd want to be.
That's also like very poignant, like the thing I was talking about earlier. I've heard exact like testimony like that.
I'm heartened to know that it is you who will bear witness to what happened in Genosha, the death of the dream.
Walk with me. Would you like that?
Please.
Stand down, Rogue.
Please.
Please.
He was moved out of Rikers last
X-Men version of Cap's here.
Skip the hogwash and tell me what America's top cop is doing all the way out here.
Like you, I'm hoping to use Gyrick to get our hands on Bolivar Trask. He's the natural first suspect for that master mold in Genosha.
I do like the little bit of storytelling that he's just letting her hold the shield as like a show of trust.
Secret.
They love telling you about it, huh?
No.
I mean, he can't do anything anyway.
No, I know, but it is like he threw it on and into the snow and then just like pick it up.
I'm not here to fight. I'm just
like I'm sure there's been like an instance where like Captain America like probably like knocked Rogue out or something like in random comic, but like no, it's just like you can't do anything in this situation.
To a facility in Mexico City.
I reckon we nab Gyrick now before our mystery boys move him again.
This uniform shows up in Mexico bashing heads in with you. It sends a message.
Damn right that you stand with mutants. Unless you don't now.
My hands are tied.
Well, if your hands are tied, you won't be needing this.
I'm gonna throw it to the moon.
It's just in the mountain, in the side of the mountain.
I would have given anything for the mountain to like blow up
in the distance. It's like
Good old Captain America.
Good old
who
Captain
doesn't
America
like
in the
mutants.
X-Men comics, like who's not the same character, like at all. Like, I understand why they do it. It makes sense. Like, even if it is kind of inconsistent with some. I mean, Cap's a weird character. He's not the most consistent from writer to writer.
Sometimes he's a Nazi.
No, not well. In some cases, yes, but not like the core of the character.
Not the actual character.
You know, that's
though.
like a
evil clone or whatever it was.
Everyone's got one.
Stop pressuring me, Jubes. Look what happens when we don't hide. When we shove it in their face.
I just know I wouldn't want my parents finding out who I was on the 5 o'clock news.
Will you come with me?
Duh.
Is Jubilee's name Jubilee, or is that just her moniker?
Jubilation.
Oh.
Her name's Jubilation Lee.
The priority for the foreseeable future must be damage control.
Oh, tall order when mutants everywhere are taken to the street.
Shut up. No, yeah, they should.
Are the language of the unheard.
Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
But smashing windows.
People forget about that.
Normal people won't accept mutants if they feel threatened.
Ugh.
Perhaps the professor's vision for the future was too nearsighted.
Tolerance.
Was our first mistake.
Hank, no, that's not what I was saying.
But it is what you mean. That is the issue. As was your reporting outside my home while my friends were dying. Now forgive me. I dare not waste any more of your tolerance.
Favorite beast scene in the show. Because even like if I love that like everyone how stressed everyone is. That even like a character like Beast, which is like this version of Beast is supposed to be one of the more committed to the like the goal, like more like it doesn't need a lot of convincing, and now even him is like it shows something that even that character is at a place of like considerable doubt,
just anger.
Yeah.
I have no idea where Bolivar Trask is.
I'd wager the ops who put you up nice and fancy might know. What's OZT anyway?
Let's just say you freaks aren't the only ones making friends in high places.
Honey, this ain't that sort of pro.
Yeah, see. Talking about this earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
Quit fighting me!
Yeah, that was there was a flash in Nimrod.
Psychic echoes.
Oh, this shit too.
Death can stain a place. So many last thoughts. Unfulfilled dreams.
I think that does confirm those two characters did die, actually.
Emma died?
No, we see Emma in the trailer.
No, Dazzler and Shaw.
Oh, gotcha.
I thought Emma was right next to Shaw.
She was, but
I'm sorry.
Just look at her fucking shot. Like,
I told you, this isn't your fault.
I've always loved the idea that there should be more like latent psychic stuff that should like affect psychics, and especially like a lot of deaths should like.
I mean, like Star Wars, where it's like 1,000 voices.
I love
out.
that idea. So I love this scene. But the scene I even see gets skipped in React videos all the time, where it's like, no, I love the idea that like, no, it's like there's so much death in this place that like the psychic, like it's literally like seeps into the physical earth.
Star Wars does that a lot, actually, where like this is a place of the dark side, so much death here, and it's like.
Yeah,
like it leaves a wound in the world.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. It's really cool to me.
Madeline.
Yeah, dude.
Madeline. No,
this was gold.
It's Emma Frost.
They found someone.
Gene telepathed. It's a funny sentence.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Her secondary mutation activated.
Extraordinary. Diamond transmutation has never been one of Emma's abilities. Perhaps a dormant mutation triggered by duress?
This Emma line.
It's done well. Under pressure.
Even when she's like getting pulled out of the rubble, she's still doing like
bits.
One-liners.
Yeah, he's still doing Emma Frost.
All X-Men to the Blackbird immediately.
It's about to blow up.
It's about to blow up.
We're gonna crash it. We're overdue with our crash quota.
Why would we possibly believe a murdering maniac like you, Trask?
Come to the UN Peace Legion in Madripoor. Note this, the lobby vending machine is never out of diet. Come see the horrifying face of your future.
Alright, why not?
To review.
To review.
All of this is literally his fault, i.e. we can't trust him.
Really is Stranger Days.
Why does he always let the claws out? It's like there's no reason why he put his claws out.
He didn't even make like a pun.
It wasn't even a claw related pun on that one.
He just had to flex.
He had to remind everyone who's the big boss.
How did they get here? Did they drop them off at the first? Like
Jubilee can float a little bit. She floated in the.
She hasn't learned how to do that yet.
She came from from Genosha, just in like the Indian Ocean.
She floated.
I'm a mutant.
This is such a relief.
It is?
I thought you were gay.
4 of our homes have caught fire mysteriously since you turned 16.
Why didn't you say anything?
Your father and I agreed. It was your secret to tell.
Definitely leaning into the LGBT allegories.
No, they do. This is the most on the nose one in the season.
Thank you for helping my son. I was afraid he'd be facing this all alone. Now the trick will be making sure we keep this all private.
Wait, what now?
Jubilee's like, oh, what?
Huh?
They can't know we have a mutant in the family. So, we'll have to discuss some new rules concerning your associations and how to be more discreet. Spritzers?
So that's why I like that like they decided for like the LGBT thing not to go with like the on the nose one you would think of, which is like, oh, disowned. Like it's like, no, it's the liberal. It's the liberal one.
No, hide.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care, but you know, maybe they're not in public. Actually, they addressed here that they're siblings actually.
Mm-hmm.
Remy's dead, but that don't mean I'm ready to accept it.
We all grieve in our own way.
His nose is a tie.
He sure pulled the short straw in the...
He's got little twos on his chest.
Got the gal who goes bonkers over losing a boy.
Over losing two. And her confusion is only natural.
Like the shadow on his nose is
it's weird.
Is a tie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Sorry.
Voice actor kills.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine, why are you aura
We're posted
farming?
up. We're posted.
Why are you aura farming in the background, dog? Brian,
You dreamt it.
Yet you nearly ruined my surprise.
Dang, had to put the glasses on to know who was strangling him.
Aura. Flying purple people leader.
So Rogue now has Bolivar Trask in her mind, right? We established that.
She can control it. He learns to be able to like control it to a certain degree, right? Like when she does the Carol stuff in the beginning, it's because she doesn't have
and she becomes more careful.
Yeah, she can like take specific parts and like not take their memories, and there's still a risk if she holds on to a person too long that she can like permanently like take a thing, but
they're never out of diet. Uber secret break room behind a busted vending machine. A game, bad guy.
I was gonna I was actually gonna ask if he took the soda or not. I'm glad that he just opened it as they walked in. I'm like, I actually really enjoy that. That's such a small detail, but I like that.
Since when did the United Nations house classified cybernetics facility?
Hey, y'all. Same mystery getup as the fellows who were guarding Henry Gutherick. OZT.
OZT. Not ringing any bells from my spy days.
I like they just dress like random pieces of lore.
I made the Sentinels to protect Norman.
Oh, I confused it. This is Trask. The other one was Gyrick.
They're very similar characters.
They are.
We're gonna have to save this dirtbag from himself.
In the comics, they're like basically the same.
Tell us what OZT stands for.
You X-Men have been holding hands with mankind. They've been placing dominoes.
The X-Men?
He said my designs were cute.
How could he even obtain such access?
I don't know, but I won't let him make me any
Almost
more
like
of a
we've
monster than he already.
Talked with people from the future before.
Easy, boy. What else can you tell us? Anything helps.
I'm sorry. I have nothing.
Same, sugar.
Jeez. Even I like this because there are multiple points in the comics where like an X-Men like either kills a person and or like there's constant arguments about if they should kill or not. Like,
what have you done? What we all wanted to do.
That maniac killed Remy and thousands.
They don't really follow up on this conversation, unfortunately, but
Piece of scum put a good man, my man.
Oh. Immediately gets obliterated.
The punch just set off a nuke.
Impact frame.
Yeah, keep in mind, like, one-punching Rogue is, like, insane, actually.
Is Rogue invulnerable?
No. She's not invulnerable, but, like, she has high resistances.
She's like mini Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel.
Yeah, basically. She's not quite as strong as Captain Marvel, but...
Trask has mutated into some sort of
human sentinel.
There's very high durability, basically, what Rogue ends up with.
Summers! Gene, you get the building. I'll get the debris.
There's references in the background of the scene, too. I remember correctly.
Well, I was supposed to say someone else on the streets getting hit.
Wow, water pollution.
He put Rogue down with one hit. We can't pull our punches. X-Men, take him down.
Quicksilver!
That's what I mean, like Wolverine's very overprotective of more.
Anime fighting! Woo!
Stay down! Do you remember what my inferior form asked you in the Sahara?
Oh.
How does it feel to be abandoned by the future?
Well, speaking of the future. Is it Oscorp? Or Vistacorp? What does that say?
I can tell.
I think it was Vistacorp.
Yeah, Cable was in the original series. They did not know he was their son.
I knew that.
What the hell are you doing here?
No, all along. Get out of my brain. You're not her.
Oh my god, Nathan.
Let's skip the reunion, Dad. Sinister's working for someone else, and if you X-Men don't stop him, there won't be much of a future worth living in.
Great cut.
Trask was a rough draft, and his tussle with the Gene Freaks gave us invaluable tactical data for my real masterpiece.
The Bastion voice actor is really good as well. I forget what he's in. He was in Severance, I think.
Oh, Sinister. You and the villains of old have been failing since '92 to squash these pests.
I think it might be White Lotus.
Yet, unlike the rest of you, I evolved. The next bit's a pill for your Yancy. My techs repaired a damaged alien satellite the X-Men used to chat with their allies, the Shi'ar.
Oh, that's not good. They picked up the feed. Oh no! It's like...
They said Gyrick killed Xavier.
Our merry band of muties have been selling the world a very big lie. And so have I.
The one-eyed open purple people eater. That's a good song. It's a good like piece of music to fit to this character.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky.
Nifty bop, right?
Nifty bop.
Jack, make sure none of Purple People Eater makes it into the video.
It softens things, softens follicles, opens pores, makes the flesh pliable.
Okay, yeah, this guy, the guy who voices Bastion from White Lotus. That's what he was in.
Cool.
Theo James.
So long as you stay still, so long as you don't resist, simply listen and obey. You were born for this.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. All right.
Woo!
It was a long stretch.
Yeah, it's our 4.
Oh, I really like.
I love. It's the
that
first.
Really
it's the first like big domino that really sets everything into motion for the final 3.
There's a bunch of really small stuff in this episode too that are like really subtle. There's like that I like from actually. There's like the Beast Trish Tilby conversation, which is really quick. There's the Beast talking to like I forget her name.
The doctor, Amelia.
The doctor, Amelia, yeah. Amelia Voight. I forget her name. I think it's Voight.
Thought Rising.
Yeah. But like that scene where there was like a little thing about like that was very like actually like real in terms of like the actual testimony you hear from like people that are
Survivors.
often like these especially these collapsed buildings and stuff. Then there's even like the scene after where they're like when after Rogue drops them like there's just there's a lot of little sequences like that really the Roberto scene where it's like the classic one where you would see it's kind of similar to in X2 when like Bobby goes back to his parents' house with like Wolverine and a few others, and he has to reveal that he's a mutant to them. And like when his mother asks him a question, and he's like, "What if have you tried not being a mutant?" Which is basically just like that's basically like what a parent who is like trying to be supportive, but is like also has like internalized prejudice towards those things. It's like, have you tried not being gay? And like that's what that scene is to me. It's like it's not like the on the nose like rejection of like a parent that like you often get with like it's a more subtle form of
I'm not
prejudice.
Yeah, I'm not kicking you out of my life. I just am embarrassed by you as yourself.
Yes, exactly. Or like I would be exactly. Like which is it's almost could be to a degree worse to some like depending on the individual that you are. So you might be more offended by that. So
and it's probably and not to get too deep into this, but like I would argue that not having experienced it myself, but that would be harder to come back from because it has the outsideness of acceptance, but it's not acceptance. Whereas like just flat out rejection, you can just like you can comprehend.
Yeah.
Like you can just be like, oh well, they're bigots.
It's almost crueler.
And you can just shut off that part of your
heart. It's
that
like,
oh, these people
I do have some level of support from this person, but they are not willing to actually
fundamentally support
or
it,
like do it in public.
They're embarrassed by me.
They're embarrassed by me. They might support me and like they don't hate me for being what I am, but they won't add it. They don't have the arm around my shoulder per to say. They're not fully here in backing me. So yeah, there's just I think the scene this episode is just like a lot of small stuff. Like it really is like really well written, like small things that really showcase the understanding of X-Men. Even the one like when like Jean Grey, weird thing I was talking about, how I like when psychics are able to like sense latent energy and like when there's a lot of stuff, like just scene after scene of just little like interactions that I think are all really like well written and like kind of understand the medium they're adapting. So yeah, I don't know, just I really like this episode.
I love this episode.
It sets up the final three well, which are a bit more big.
Because it's honestly 7 is an episode that you can almost forget about, unfortunately, because it just amps up so much to the finale that like you can sometimes sit there and forget and be like, oh, that was a banger.
This
like,
this sets up a really good runway for like the final 3. Like it sets up the ground for the final 3 to be as successful as they are,
and it's a good follow up to episode 5.
No, 100%, yeah.
Which is ironic.
It's like weird that it's
4 and 6 are just so out of place.
Yeah, there definitely could have been like an interesting. These 4 episodes that we watched, I think probably there was like I'm not saying I could have done it, but like I'm saying there probably could have been a better way to pace it through and like maybe work certain things into different parts over the course of the 4 episodes. That might have been a thing that you could like say, but otherwise, like 4 and 6 we think are probably the 2 weakest episodes of the season, but they're not bad episodes.
Yeah, not to say just because they're the weakest doesn't mean that they're bad. Like they're still good episodes.
Yeah,
like
5
like
is special.
There are quote unquote bad episodes of Andor, but they're not bad. It's just like these are the least
slower episodes.
That like or any show, like any medium that like you're like, this is my favorite thing ever. It's like, oh, there's bad scenes in Empire Strikes Back. Like,
like for instance, like the opening arc of like Andor, like season 2, where the arc the Cassian's mostly a part of, where it's like he's stuck on Yavin for a while. Like fun scenes, like interesting stuff going on, but like weaker in comparison to like less connected to stuff than a lot of the other.
You mean you don't want to watch people play rock paper scissors for like half an hour?
There's just too much filler in Andor.
We're not doing this right now. Anyway, we got anything else or?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the final 3. Here are Regans thoughts.
I didn't get to say this time. Interesting. Props to you guys.
Episode 7, starting off with like Gambit's death and saying he was like bluffing about being a sinner. That was such an emotional scene and so good. Rogue still being the queen of Genosha, technically, it makes it, to me, very authentic that she is going on this rampage. And the "now you get me" line, amazing. So many bars. We get Captain America for some reason. I love calling him America's Top Cop. And like recently being in New York, seeing like Robert and Jubilee, like reminded me a lot of like Stonewall, being into the closet and trying to be with your community. Glad Emma lived. The shock Magneto is alive. So super excited to see where that goes. So thanks.
Wow, I can't believe she hated it.
Reagan,
how did
Reagan,
you support
why are you so
Captain America
homophobic
in this
Why are you
episode?
so homophobic, Reagan?
Reagan was just like, yes, Roberto's mom, yes. He's like,
Yes, Roberto's mom has it right.
Yes, perfectly, just how I think.
Just how I think. Well,
we're sorry, Reagan.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah,
bye.
Bye.